Hey guys, welcome back to We Watch Movie. I'm Mike,
I'm Jay.
and it's very pumpkin log. It does. It looks like you have a fire in front of you, like a roasting pecan fire, roasting of the chestnuts. Are you frozen? You're not frozen. I can tell.
No, but I'm watching the little signal string thing, and it's making me nervous. There we go. It went away. Okay, it went away.
It's gonna be okay.
Yeah, well, I figured we might as well have a roasting fire where we're gonna have Mike P. Nelson on here and tell spooky stories about Friday the 13th and a crazy man that lives in the ocean or in the lake.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that reminds me. I got to put this up to remind people.
It's like, yeah,
where is he?
I thought you were gonna be like, yeah, I forgot. I have to actually invite him. I forgot. I just clickbait at you all.
Oh man, how are you guys? How's everybody doing? What day is it?
Tuesday, the
Tuesday.
30th.
The last day of September. Tomorrow is October. And tomorrow, I mean, who are we kidding? Like, everybody started celebrating Halloween like 2 weeks ago, you know? We don't really wait till October anymore. I feel like.
Tomo says, Jay, how's hell? I was like, oh, you know.
Oh shit. Now
yeah, my battery. No, the battery.
Oh, yeah. Damn, that was fast. Were you not charging them? You got to keep them charged. You got to keep them separated. Jay's got my old camera. How are you guys? How's the day? How was everyone's football weekend? Mine was soft, shitty, and to the left. Even though it was my birthday, I thought the Packers surely playing the Cowboys. That would be an easy one, but no. We tied. Happy birthday, Mike. We're going to tie the team that just got slaughtered by the Bears last week. But I'm going to say this. I still believe they can make the Super Bowl. I'm not reneging on that. I'm not. I believe in it. I do. It's going to happen. Oh, yeah. Did you guys see the Tyreek Hill injury? That was nuts, man. I've never seen somebody so happy to be carted off of the field. There's a bunch of people saying like he's just happy he doesn't have to play for the Dolphins anymore. And then there was a bunch of jokes of him going home and doing horrible things. It's like, yeah, you feel terrible for somebody when they have a terrible injury, but maybe not so much that guy, because not a good person by all the accounts. I mean, if you believe, allegedly not a very good person. So there's that. Yeah, the tie was awful. Tie was worse. I would have went for it, dude. I would have thrown a Hail Mary into the end zone. A tie is just like, at least if we lose, I can get really mad about it. But a tie is just like, well, nothing happened. You know what I mean? It's awful. The absolute worst. The worst. What's up, Colton and Luke and everybody? I'll wait till Jay comes back in here before I was going to, but I don't know the situation. I'm not sure if he knew him anyways, but yeah, YouTuber Craven Something Scary unfortunately passed away apparently recently, and did not know him personally, but was on his show, and so about as personal as like people who respect each other and colleagues on the internet can be. But I do know this. I don't know what happened. I have no idea, so I'm not going to speculate on what happened. Someone said that he had been sick, so I don't know. But I know this. I know that from what I knew of that person, of him, he was extremely kind, direct, and I mean in a way that like trustworthy way, that like when he talked to you, he meant what he said, and not in a bad way at all, but he meant what he said, and just seemed like a trustworthy person. It was super inviting and super nice to me when I was on their stream, and his audience was a mirror of that. They were just like him. They were also nice and welcoming and sweet, and just a horrible thing. I don't know what happened, but if you guys like Scream content and stuff, you should go check out his stuff. It's Craven Something Scary. He worked really hard and did a really good job, and he was super professional. And just obviously thoughts and prayers go out to his family and anybody that knew him. Just terrible situation, man. I hated hearing that news. That was awful. Did you fix it? Oh, no soundies.
I couldn't get the battery pack off.
Yeah, it's kind of difficult, dude. Sometimes
I had to get my keys. I was like, you son of a bitch, open.
Yeah, it's a rough one. You never met Craven Something Scary, did you?
No.
The YouTuber?
I don't even know who that is.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, that's why I figure. I didn't think that you did, because you don't follow the Scream stuff. No, he just passed away. I don't know exactly when. I found out about it like last night, but Yeah, he had me on a stream like 2 months ago. Super nice guy. So I don't know what happened, but yeah, that's terrible, man.
He just passed away.
That's terrible. Yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah. I found out about it from my brain's not working, man. Found out just on Twitter last night. Yeah, that's terrible, dude. But
yes, Clinton, there's several batteries.
Yeah. I was gonna say, did you leave the one that was in there?
Yeah, that was the one that we did last stream, and it was like it held up the entire time. For some, it's weird too, because what it is if I go to the other setting, it was like kind of graining, because there's 3 settings. There's off, then there's on, and then there's another setting where it's just like the camera logo, which I don't know what that is. And when I turned it to that one, it was like I was like looked like I was a prisoner in I don't know, in some faraway land. It looked really bad. But then so I thought that was running off the battery, and then I flipped it to the other one. It looks like this. It looks good, but I guess they both run off the battery anyway. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I think the bars are. Oh no, the bars are still there on that big one.
Yeah. D batteries. You
still have the other 2 charging.
Yeah, those are fresh. Those are all charged.
Oh, by the way, I meant to tell you. Make sure, I should have told you this before. I always would set like a book or something on them, because they'll show that they're charging, but then when you press them down, put your finger on them, you'll notice they're not actually all the way in the inserts. That got me a couple times. I almost ended up with no video feed.
Jay is making his cameo, and I watched a movie. Awesome. I expect to be paid handsomely.
Did you get your tripod?
I did.
Just haven't set it up yet?
I haven't set it up. Huh?
You got one hair. You got that Johnny Depp crybaby. You got one hair dangling off the front.
I'm gonna get a teardrop tattoo on my eye soon. It's gonna be
You guys don't even want to know what Jay and I went through yesterday, dude. Yesterday was crazy. So we decided we were going to get Airbnb. Some of you guys knew this, to film a ton of Halloween Horror Month stuff. So we got an Airbnb out in the woods for hopefully the setting and whatnot. And it's my daughter's 16th birthday, so we're getting ready to go on a trip for a few days. So we were trying to get a bunch of it done yesterday. So all of it riding on that, really. A lot of stuff riding on that. And then we get there, and it's like 45 minutes away from me. I think it was like 25 minutes away from you, but it's out in the sticks, way out there. And yesterday just happened to be an unseasonably hot day. And Jay got there first. And it was so not what it was advertised. I got there, and there's like dilapidated houses all around it. Again, creepy scenery, but we couldn't film outside the way it was set up. I couldn't even get my truck into the parking space. I was like Austin Powers trying to fit, because the road was so tiny that the ass end of it was down there. But anyways, go inside, and the air conditioner doesn't work.
No, so I was there first. I was there first, and I waited around for that fucking place was haunted, dude. I'm not lying with you. I heard somebody say hello. I'm not shitting with you, dude. I swear. I told Mike when he got there, I was like, I went outside because it said you couldn't vape in there. I went outside and was waiting on him, and I was just sitting. By the way, this interior, the place that was decorated, it looked like the family from Texas Chainsaw Massacre went to Cracker Barrel and butt fucked the gift shop. It was insane. It was just, that was what it was. It was decorated with Cracker Barrel shit and like religious stuff. And so I was like, well, I'll just sit here at this country kitchen diner table thing and watch my phone, because it was a freaky ass. It just had a weird atmosphere to it. And so I went outside to vape, and I swear, dude, I heard something go, hello. I say it was like, hello. And when I opened the door, and I just stood in the doorway, dude, I didn't fucking move. I was like, nope, I'm not going to acknowledge that. You're demonic. I don't want to have anything to do with you. I will vape, and then I will close the door on my own accord. I won't run away in fear like you want me to. You want me to skid mark my underwear, and it's just not going to happen, demon. And so then, but it was scary. And that place was it was a fishing cabin, because I had nothing to do. I was like walking around reading the little welcome book. It was a fishing cabin established in 1907. And the upstairs didn't have air conditioning because it was fucking in 1907. Yeah. So they just didn't replace. They said, well, we've tried to replace the HVAC system, but unfortunately, due to the age of the building, we can't do. So this fucker had like oscillating fans to keep it cool upstairs.
By the way, not in the advertising. When I booked it, said nothing about air conditioning, right? And so it's one thing if it was like 85 or something outside, but this is up in the top. So it goes straight up, and it's next to the river, the sun beaming down on it. I mean, it was hotter than Satan's bunghole in there. And we're standing there, so we're still going to do it. We're just going to tough it out. April was going to pick up Jay. I was going to have to stay the night there. And then Jay points out, he's like, yeah, look, there's a wasp in here. And like, it's already hot, and there's like a wasp up next to the window, so you don't know how many wasps are in there. And then Jay points out, he's like, look, dude, there's cracks in the wall. And then Jay points out next to the bed.
I was like one of those like I was like Mike was going to invest, and I was his management. I'm like, no, listen, you really got to look in to what we're like investing in.
We were going to tough it out, man. I was going to sleep there. And the thing that broke the camel's back was Jay goes, hey, dude, look at the corner right there in the bedroom, like right next to the bed, which was up against the wall and the door because it was way tinier than advertised. There's just a tiny little hole right there. Perfect for a snake. And we're out in the woods, man. There are snakes. There's everything. I got bit by a mosquito so big that when I smacked it, my entire arm started pouring blood. And I was like, that was it. I was like, nope, I'm not sleeping here, dude. I'm not sleeping. I'm not going to sleep and wake up with a copperhead on my pillow. Next to me.
Dude, that's the first thing I thought when I saw that wasp just crawling around there. I was like, there's probably like a fucking nest somewhere that we don't even know about. It was already giving you Amityville vibes. Yeah. When you saw that wasp, I was like, that's got to be on the outside crawling around. I was like, nope, that's inside. It was winking at me, shaking its tail. It wanted to come and buzz your face. And then on top of that, I don't know, just the whole thing, dude, the stairs were extremely narrow. The stairs getting up to this fucking place were like the broken steps at a Greek column. Like it was like it had been like left out in the sun to dry and crack for decades and upon decades.
Like, it was like redneck exorcist steps.
Yeah, dude, it was an obstacle just to even get up the fucking steps to the front door.
Yeah, so we had one beverage, one can, and by the way, I was already hungover because birthday was the day before. Packers didn't play till 8. Had a little too many cervezas. Was not feeling well, and then go in there, and then you're sweating, and we're hot, and we're like, dude, when we put on this Michael and Loomis stuff, do you know how hot it's gonna be?
Yeah,
like I probably would not have made it.
The air conditioner was upstairs set for the temperature. It was 68, and it was 77 degrees still. Because all that shit was being trapped upstairs because there was no air, there was no central unit up there, and it was just oscillating fan. It was all it was doing was moving around hot air.
And y'all, it was a hot 77. It was more of an 84, 85 vibe. Like feels like 84, 85. And so yeah, we were screwed, man. We were just like, you know what, we can't do this. So did get a partial refund though. Because it was $177 for the night. I got $130 back, so not the worst. Not the worst. I had to put in a thing though, because I messaged the people. I was like, yeah, I can't even stay. It's like, it's so hot. You guys didn't say anything about this. And then they're like, oh, I'm sorry. We'll try to get the air conditioning fixed for next time. And I was like, oh no. So I had to put in like a case with Airbnb and be like, hey, let's facilitate some sort of refund here. And then they did finally. But yeah, but the good news is we did not get the Michael Loomis skits we wanted to do. But the good news is that we did film the trappings of this home. And we did make a little 10-minute or so video, which will be, now that things worked out the way they did, which will be the first video of Halloween Horror Month. It's just going to be on Patreon because I don't know the rules about what you can show and someone else's stuff like on the internet. So it's on Patreon.
I think as long as you don't dox them.
Yeah, I don't know. And I mean, who knows if there's like there's like an address there somewhere. But so tomorrow, Patrons, you will experience this for yourself. And you'll also experience me getting stuck in the top bunk because this is how it was. There was a third level with 2 beds in it, 2 creepy conjuring beds in the top next to the roof that's like this, and then it's molding and cracking. It looks like it's going to crack through. You have to take a ladder to get to the 2 beds on the top. And then once I was up there, it's about 7-foot drop, maybe 7-8 foot drop.
Yeah.
And this house, you guys, was warped in the corners, so you could have skateboarded in this. And every time you stepped, it was like, wah. I got stuck up there because I'm fat and I was sweaty and I was hungover and I couldn't get down. So it was a whole thing trying to get down as well. I did make it down. Obviously, I'm here, but it was touch and go there for a minute.
You know what? It was weird too because after we left, I was excited. I was like, all right, that sounds great. Let's fucking get out of here. Like this place is giving off weird vibes. I don't know. Like, dude, I wish we had filmed the area around this place because it was like a demilitarized zone. It was like like straight up, like wrong turn, hills have eyes, like scary shit back there. Anyhow, when we left, it was we were on our way back, and we were gonna go up and have a couple of brewskis at a bar, and then it's so funny, dude, because I felt like a fucking Tinder date that got turned down.
Yeah, I felt in
the middle of the conversation because I was like, oh shit, dude, I didn't bring my wallet with me because I figured I didn't need it because we were staying here. He's like, that's all right, man. I'll get you, and then you can just pay me back. I was like, that's cool. We were having a conversation, having a good time, and then about halfway to my house or almost to Mike's like, you know what? To be honest, man, like can I just drop you off and then like we'll just do it another time. I felt like I was like, God damn, dude, I was doing my best to riz you up and make you feel good. And like, I was having a conversation. I guess it just wasn't any good. And then I kind of felt like Will Smith. It was like, the hell with him. And I was like, how come you don't want me no more, man? And like, I was like, I walked back. I knocked on the door in April. I was like, I thought you were going back to whatever to drink. And I'm like, yeah, well, Mike said fuck me, so I guess I'm here and I'll be drinking this beer alone.
Yeah, I felt real bad about that, but it was one of those. It was a necessary thing, dude. Because like I said, I was super hungover, and like got up there, and it's so hot, and then that happened, and they were like, so I only had one because I was driving, so I only had one can of beer, and I was like, well, we'll drive from here to Versailles, where I'm next to my house, and then April could pick you up there, and we can have a couple and talk it out and figure out how to fix this. But yeah, dude, I don't know if you noticed that, but I burped just a second before that because I was already, You were telling you were having a great time, feeling good, have a conversation, and it was fine. But like I was starting to sweat in weird places. You know,
no,
like
I know. I was fucking with you. I knew you felt bad because you texted me. You're like, dude, you're like, I just wanted to let you know, dude. Like, I really did feel like shit. I was like, no, dude, it's fine. I'm not like that about it. Like, it's like I just thought it'd be funny to talk about that. But yeah, it was because I knew you were bad when you got there. And I knew that you were drunk the night before because you were like telling me like at 7 o'clock, goes, dude, I'm so pumped about tomorrow, dude. It's gonna be fucking awesome. I was like, he's 3 sheets to the wind. He never talks like that unless he's fucking extremely intoxicated. And I know that he's drunk.
Mm-hmm. I was, dude. I was really bad. It was my own fault. I did this myself, but it was my birthday. To be fair, I mean, you should be allowed to.
Yeah, I was fine. I honestly, I didn't think. Well, what I would have done, I thought you were going to hair the dog like immediately and just stay drunk. Like, because
it was already 4. It was already 5 o'clock, so it was like I already missed that window, dude. And now I was in the throes of it. I was in the throes of pain, and but, I was still like sitting in my home over today when I woke up. I guess that's a 40-year-old thing. Now they're 2 days long. It took me a while to get it together. It was rough. But it's all right. And I burped. Yeah, I burped. And dude, my food came, like the little bit of food I was able to get down came back up my throat. And I was like,
I know. I gotta do it. There's nothing worse than that feeling. I knew you were bad off.
Yeah, it was not good.
But I also felt like we had escaped a horror movie when we got out of that place, and we were free, and we were like, let's go celebrate. And he was like, nah, not with you. Not with you.
Hey, it was my idea. It was, to be fair,
it was your idea. I actually was kind of relieved. I really didn't want to go. I was like, I don't have my wallet with me.
Now whose fault is it?
Well, no, I was like, I was gonna go either way, but I was like, I don't have my wallet with me. I'm gonna come in there like a bitch, and I'm gonna have you pay for my drinks. I'm like, this is my homie. This is my girl. This is my bitch, and I'm gonna be like, fucking, what's his name from Half Baked? It's like, I'm somebody's bitch. I'm somebody's. Oh, by the way, I didn't know. What's that? Harlan Williams. That's his name. I think that played in that movie. Right, Harlan Williams, Half Baked.
Oh shit, I don't know.
Okay, well, I think that's his name. Do you know like the part where he's like, you like it? It's like, you hungry, girl? That guy.
Yeah. Rocket Man.
The fuck was that? Did you hear that feedback?
Is it this fan?
No, I think you like. Anyway, it doesn't. Well, you were like when you were like sucking that robot tube.
Could be it.
There's like some. I'm hearing feedback.
I think it's his fan. Here, let me do this.
Butter stuff, butternut. No, so Harlan Williams, what he said was, I watched him do this podcast. It was actually pretty interesting stuff. He said that he turned that roll down like 5 fucking times, and the guy was like, really? He's like, why? And he's like, because it felt like they were drug, like weed guys, which I don't really have any problem with, but I didn't feel like I wanted to be a part of a movie that's like promoting that lifestyle, and I just didn't want to do it. Which I guess Harlan Williams is kind of clean. I don't know exactly his. I never
reefer.
Yeah, I never watched his stand-up, so I don't know. But anyhow, they said, what changed your mind? And he's like, the producer had lunch with him. He said the producer took me out to lunch, was like 1 block down from my apartment, and was like, listen, man, what can we do to get you in this movie? And he's like, the only way I'm going to do this movie is if you let me improv any line I want, whenever I want. And the guy was like, done. And then the guy that was interviewing him was like, holy shit, that's crazy. Because the other guy was an actor too. He's like, no. And he's like, well, Harlan Williams like, I'm not a prima donna. I didn't say, well, I'm not going to do the script. I'm just going to riff on it and make it better if I can. So
hang on, am I still buzzing to talk about the microphone? Is it still bad? Is it better now? I turned off the fan. I think it was the fan. It may be better now.
It's better now, yeah.
You don't hear it?
Okay. No, it's better. Take it or leave it. Says, is there a sliding glass door to CVS in your house, Jay? Why are you? No, no, you need some drugs. No. But anyhow, so he said that line that with Cheech and Chong, with Chong in the jail with Nasty Nate, when Nate's like, next time I come for you, fish, I'm gonna want some fruit salad or whatever he says. And then he was like, well, when he stands up, he goes, I'm somebody's bitch. He's like, that was ad-lib. He said that the line was just like Chong saying, like, that's my bitch. Back off, Nasty Nate. That's my bitch. And he's like, he was like, all those guys were like extra 60 or 70 of those prisoners. And he goes, I just said, it would be funny if I said, I'm somebody's bitch. They had to redo it because everybody broke out laughing, but it was cool.
That movie's so disappointing because, like, I really thought everybody in that movie was, specifically Jim Brewer. I thought he was going to turn out to be hilarious, and he just kind of sucked the rest of his career. I don't think he ever did anything funny again, Jim Brewer.
Well, those guys were like really good in those specific roles. Those roles were made for those guys. It doesn't mean that they were going to be great actors. I mean, Dave Chappelle had a huge career though.
Yeah, I know he did. Yeah, 5 years, sweet damn.
Chaz says cocktail fruit. Because next time I come for you, I'm gonna want some cocktail fruit. Fruit. Did you see the last episode did you watch Peacemaker?
I did, and by the way, I'm ready to review the Alien Earth season finale as well. I just watched that before we got together here. I did, dude. Peacemaker. By the way, no spoilers for anybody who hasn't seen it, but that dude, I can't remember. It was like Ray 112 or something like that. Whoever you are, you were absolutely correct, sir. He called that shit like 4 episodes ago about what's really going on.
Oh yeah, I thought you called it.
No, he brought it up, and I was like, dude, you're right. But like, it was his idea, so I can't claim credit for it. But like, I feel like we're the first channel that had somebody pick that what was going on. The lack of palette in the alternate universe, which turned out to be 100% true.
Yeah,
crazy.
Yeah. The melanin was on empty in that world, and there was a reason for it. Oh my lord! But yeah, it was a great. But the episodes they both were really good. The last 2 episodes, I don't know, was it 7 and 8? I don't know what episode this last Peacemaker is. Episode 7.
This was 6. 6 was the last one.
6. Okay, it was really good. It's just better. It gets better and better every episode. And they had the surprise cameo from James Gunn's DC universe that popped up in this episode, which is great. It was really good. And actually, you could tell that he was having more fun because he could actually cuss and kind of let loose a lot more than he could in the other one.
Yeah, dude, it got nasty.
Yeah, we don't want to spoil it for anybody that's not seen it. But as far as the Peacemaker, it's an incredible show. They're doing a great job. James Gunn's got his shit all in order. I can't wait to watch it.
4 episodes left, right? I think at least probably 10 episodes. I'd say.
I think
maybe
there's
8. Shit, I don't know.
I think there's only 8.
That would be a bummer, dude, because I'm really enjoying this. Like, it's like a show you look forward to every single week.
Yeah,
season 2 episodes, unlike Alien Earth.
Alien Earth has literally shot themselves in the pussy. They have nowhere else to go. She's literally become fucking Alice from Resident Evil, and not just Alice from Resident Evil, Alice with Neo. She can literally control androids with her fucking mind, as well as communicate and control aliens.
Dude, I literally, and Jay watched this a few days ago. I just watched it today. I was already prepared to be underwhelmed because of all the stuff I'd been hearing and how I felt about this season so far. Yeah. It started off so strong, man. I really liked the first episode a lot. From the beginning, we were kind of against the whole Peter Pan kids thing. And it's like, man, why can't we just do movies with adults? Why does it always got to be Stranger Things adjacent? So that was annoying from the get-go, but still, the Xenomorph stuff was good. Love the cyborg, love Timothy Olyphant's character, and the new aliens and stuff, really cool. And then it just kept going. And then it did that one prequel that was okay, and then just fucking down the hatch.
I just don't know why they had to go the route of making them superhuman at this. I mean, I know they're already superhuman, but then go beyond that and evolve them to a point where they're like fucking Neo from the Matrix with boobs.
Yeah, no.
Like I just don't know. Now, where do you go from here? What challenge can she possibly go up against her, except for people trying to take control of her? But she can literally control the fucking cameras. She can control androids, and she can talk to xenomorphs like they're like fucking puppies to her.
She's like me when I used to when I worked at Ryder, and I would put $1. I'd be alone in the building, and I would put $1 in the Mountain Dew machine. Yeah, and the hand would come out and grab it and move it down, and I would stand there and pretend like I was doing the force. I'm like she could do that with anything. Basically, she's Doctor Strange on steroids. And it's like, this is so stupid. And then they went back to the brother things. Like they did a whole, like it's the season finale, and we're spending all this time going, I'm mad at him because he saved someone else instead of one of them. I'm like, nobody gives a shit. Where's the fucking alien, bro? Where's the xenomorph? What is this?
They went really off. They went completely off the rails, and I think they lost a shit ton of viewers. Someone said, I saw it. Bane Miller says people hate Alien show, or they hate the show. I don't know. I saw a lot of people like kind of praising it, but that was on Reddit where everybody's got a neck beard and like, lint in their belly buttons. So, it's not, I wouldn't take, advice from them, but at the end of the day, I don't know. There's going to be a season 2, supposedly.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they haven't greenlit it yet, but I think they expect it to. And that definitely leads into a season 2. But dude, I've never seen a season finale that underwhelming. Nothing happened. nothing happened except for the Peter Pan kids went rogue. And dude, and it, like you expect you're gonna watch an alien show and you're gonna see xenomorph stuff and you're gonna see at least the other animals. No, it was this girl with red hair making this really punchable face the whole time, like I'm mean, I'm a mean, angry android girl. And I was like, dude, every time I see your face, I just want to turn this off.
Can somebody get Xanax, Molly Ringwald out of here? What the fuck? Yeah, you're mad that nobody likes you. Jesus Christ. More like Borophyll. That's what somebody said earlier. So, no, I will not make out with you.
Yeah, dude, just a waste, man. And I think the people who like it are like, I enjoy the slowness of it and the storytelling and the lore. I'm like, that's great, dude. But the truth is that is it well shot? Yes.
Yeah.
Is it well crafted? You could say yes. And it's all there's a lot of talent there. But at the end of the day, it doesn't move the meter, dude. I don't care how talented it is and how smartly written it is and whatever. It has no dynamics to it, dude. There is nothing exciting that ever happens in that fucking show ever until they show a xenomorph and he's on the screen for 2 seconds and it's over.
You know, Tomo was right though. The fight between Kirsch and Morrow was cool for the 30 seconds that we got. Yeah, that was about it. That was the best. That's the highlight. Tim the Oliphant and the guy that played Morrow. Yeah. They were the best part of the show. Everything else was filler bullshit.
And they nobody built that up for what, a 2-minute fight scene?
Yeah. If I had been the director, I was like, we're gonna have this fucking knockdown, drag out, pulling nipples. It's gonna be like They Live. It's gonna be 18 fucking minutes long, and we're all gonna love it. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, 100%. It's like watching paint dry, dude. It's just, I don't care how smart this show thinks it is. It's, dude, none of it was that hard to figure out. That's the thing. If you're gonna be like, we're so smart, we're gonna take our time and really craft this out. It's like, you at least better say something noteworthy. That like, it was so simple. Like, we get it. It's a Peter Pan allegory. Fuck. How many episodes do we need to explain that it's a fucking Peter Pan allegory? If one more person says Peter Pan, I'm gonna fucking pistol whip them. I swear to God, by the end of this season.
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad. So Alien Earth is definitely toilet juice water, not worth your time to watch. If you want to watch it, that's cool, but just know you could do anything more productive, like touch fucking grass, and it would be more exciting just touching grass and looking at the blades of grass in your yard than watching that piece of shit.
It's not only a 4 for me, dude, but I'd no longer want to watch season 2. I don't think I'm gonna watch
I don't, and the only reason why I wouldn't watch it at all is because of Timothy Oliphant. That would be it. And even then, I thought they were going to kill off the one interesting character in the fucking show because he already looked like he was in a bad state. And and then he actually survives it. So maybe they'll bring him back and make him more central. But again, what challenges do you have to give to Wendy now? Like, you can't do anything to her.
Everybody's threatening me. They just keep saying, Peter Pan, I'm going to come over every single one of your houses. We're both, Jay's going to come with me. It's going to be like Jay and Silent Bob. We're going to find your addresses on moviepoopshoot.com and I'm going to come to your house. I'm going to pistol whip you. That's what's going to happen.
TOS violation. We're fucked. Congratulations. Threatening IRL.
With my dick.
What he meant was he's going to come over to your house and give you big jars of peanut butters and a smoochy kiss and say, thank you for being a great supporter of the channel. We really do appreciate you. Thank you.
Sex euphemism. It's a sex euphemism. That's all. I'm thinking about it.
How many people want to kick some ass?
Do. Now,
but yeah, other than that, I got some interesting news. Give me 1 second.
You're gay.
Well, that's not news.
No, that's true. It's like when they said Clay Aiken was gay. It's like,
it's like, no way, really.
The water's wet. D-Land, it's Maker's Mark and Soda Pop. Actually, it's just Soda Pop because we don't drink alcohol.
By the way, if you guys don't mind, because we're unprofessional and stupid in a lot of ways, I don't have any fucking questions prepared for Mike Nelson. I mean, I've got some off the top of my head, but if you guys don't mind, if you guys got any decent questions to ask him that are good, it'd be cool to.
Yeah, I have plenty, just not like prepared. I just have plenty of questions because you go back and you watch Sweet Revenge, and we had so many questions, and I cannot wait. I'm not going to call him a horse. I was going to say I can't wait to hear it from the horse's mouth. That's disrespectful. I can't wait to hear it from Mike Nelson's mouth. Not only about Sweet Revenge and what was going on with Eve. Was she dead?
No, I just watched it. I've got some, but I don't have any. I usually have like a decent list prepared, and I didn't do anything today.
Yeah. Well, he's a dude. He's just going to come on and hang out. So
I know, but I don't want to be like,
like cheese.
What's Hollywood like? Are they stuck up their own ass? Like, what
Marvel? What Marvel character would you like to play?
I hate would it be like that. A Marvel character with or DC character? Because DC doesn't really get the love that it deserves, and everyone's up Marvel's ass. But DC is actually where it's at. Anyway, let's be fat for a second. So here's some interesting Halloween news.
Is it the Burger King thing?
Yeah, dude.
I knew it. I'm good. Dude, I'm eating. I'm coming over to your house.
This
with
is
two
so
satchels of this shit, and we're gonna fucking eat it.
This
camera.
is cool. So Burger King invites guests to do the Monster Mash this Halloween with the all-new Monster Menu. So we have Burger King is making this Halloween a graveyard smash with the first ever Monster Menu, featuring a line of hauntingly tasty twists on fan favorite items inspired by some of the most iconic monsters. With a long-standing tradition of making Halloween scarily tasty, this year's Monster Menu is no exception, serving up a collection of monstrously delicious creations guaranteed to make guests scream and nut with delight. What? I added that part in. Available at participating U.S. restaurants starting September 30th. So today, guests of all ages are invited to sink their teeth into a fantastic Monster Menu creation, including Jack-o'-lantern Whopper, Vampire Nuggets, Mummy Mozzarella Fries, Franken Candy Sundae. And then also for the kids, they're going to be giving out on October 13th. Where the fuck is it? Goddamn your fire teleprompter, man. Okay, well, they're on October 13th, I think, for a limited time only. Oh, here it is. Finally, because no Halloween is complete without a little trick-or-treating, guests can also score limited edition Monster Menu-inspired Halloween buckets starting October 13th at participating restaurants while supplies last. Now, tell me that you don't have any content without telling me you don't have any content when you read about a Burger King menu item mix-up.
Let me tell you this. I already had plans, but I have plans when I'm back from West Virginia to come over and pick you up, and we're gonna go have a Burger King lunch date, and we're gonna eat all that shit together on camera in my car.
You know why I think it's interesting though is those buckets, those Halloween buckets, will fucking sell like crazy, dude. You remember when McDonald's had them and they had that resurgence, and everybody and their mom was like doing everything in their power to buy all those Halloween buckets? Dude, McDonald's is like missing the mark. They should bring that shit back and do it again. Because I mean, I read this article about McDonald's apparently has lost a shit ton of business lately because they've increased their prices and they kind of banked on it like
they dropped them again.
Well, they did, but they banked on the idea that they're a household name, so everyone's just going to pay it until that one video or that picture went viral of like an $18 fucking Big Mac. And people are like, nah, dude, that ain't it. My EBT card ain't gonna be covering that shit.
McDonald's is not worth it, man. McDonald's,
even though I don't know if you can use EBT there, but yeah, it was. Yeah, well, see, then they backtracked that, and then they're like, oh, you know what we'll do? We'll just go back to the dollar menu or try to figure that out. But we're missing out on the seasonal shit.
Yeah, I don't know why Damien's like rapping. The traffic, looking for my chapstick. This one for Maverick. He's just rapping in the audience for just no reason. I respect it. I respect it.
Actually, okay. So Kay Ballard says McDonald's is doing it again this year. Well, good for them. But the Burger King one is cool. I don't know. I just thought it was pretty interesting.
No, I'm totally psyched for it. I want to try them together. I have so many Halloween themed video ideas for us to do. It's going to be so fun when we can get into it, man. I really want to. One day, if Kate can take the day off, she can drive us around. I want to do a Halloween beer crawl, dude. What I want to do. Here's what I want to do, dude. Lexington has 3 or 4 good Halloween accoutrement stops, right? I would love to take the vlog camera, hit the road. Katie can film it discreetly. You and I will find the closest bar to each Halloween Express, Home Goods, and what's the other one? There's another Halloween place that's got good stuff in Lexington. We could hit a bar for each one, have one drink at each bar, and then go Halloween shopping, and then just walk around and look at the Halloween stuff and film it and make it a Halloween Horror Month video. I think that would be a blast. I'm excited about it, and I can tell you are too.
I'm excited. Somebody just asked a question about 3 Eye Atlas. If there was any news about it, I think that they said they thought that it's bigger now than they thought. It's a huge bitch.
What?
No, that comet that's supposed to be passing. That there was speculation whether or not if it was an alien craft or not. But I think that they've said it's a lot larger than they've like what they said earlier. It's bigger than that.
That's what she said.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I don't see anything else specifically about like anything spooky about it.
I did watch, dude. I watched last night. I watched One Battle After Another. You guys will know this trailer because it's screened right next to the Austin Butler movie Caught Stealing. It's screened. The trailer was for 6 months. I've been watching this goddamn trailer. I watched it, and I'll tell you this about it. It's definitely made of Hollywood politics. So if you could push that aside, Leonardo DiCaprio in that movie is literally Rick Dalton. He's just a more washed up pothead version of Rick Dalton, but he's hilarious in that movie. 2 hours, 50 minutes long. Too long. Not a perfect film, but Benicio and Leonardo DiCaprio were amazing in that movie. Leonardo was hilarious in that shit.
Yeah. I think I saw the trailer for that.
Yeah, dude.
This guy's a muscle bro flexes. One battle after another is not a masterpiece.
No, it's not.
It's not a masterpiece.
Plenty of problems with it for sure. But Leonardo DiCaprio was great in that, for sure. My God, let's get this up. You guys stay in some of. Boot Scoop Boogie says Marlon Wayans deserves an Oscar 100%. Dude, he was so good in him. That movie, not overall, not great, but Marlon Wayans was fucking great in that. For sure. Lost Boy Bayou says Chalice Loomis, I finally lost my virginity at 30 years old. Now it's Chalice and Loomis' turn to lose your all's V cards. Buddy, I wish I could wear white after Labor Day. But the only thing white on me after Labor Day is dripping out of my mouth. You know what I mean? That was disgusting.
The only thing you've lost is my respect, Lost Boy Bios, because I don't believe you. Any man that goes on the internet with $5 and said, I lost my V card because I got to play around in the vagina is lying sacks of poop. Your hand was your first experience, and it will be your last experience, Lost Boy Bios. I'm sorry. I'm not going to tell you nothing else. Goodbye.
Congratulations, though, on losing your virginity. I hope it's true, and I hope he was very gentle with your butt. Yes. We did do that when we prank called last Patreon stream. We tried to call Walmart customer service for so long, and we finally got through to someone, and they were like,
Yo, really dedicated employees over there.
Yeah. They were so angry just to answer the phone. I was like, hey, I lost something there this afternoon. It's very important to me. I was just wondering if you had it. And they're like, what is it? And I was like, my virginity. And they just hung up the phone, just instant hang up. I was like, God, that was a good one. Come on.
They were not happy about that.
No. Luke Weber says, mates, been a while since I caught alive. Have you seen the Ed Gein trailer for Netflix? Mike, please tie your damn shoelaces. Jay, I love you. Hey,
love you, man.
I ain't got no socks or shoes on, bitch.
He's wearing them flip-flops.
Flip-flops.
He'd be wearing them Jesus sandals.
I'm raw dogging this carpet.
To the Lord.
Raw dogging this carpet. Dude, I did see the trailer for it. We watched it on a stream. I thought it looked fine, but when you look at Gein, you were thinking watching this, it's going to be like Texas Chainsaw Massacre. There's going to be hundreds of kills and all this stuff.
Yeah.
He only killed like 2 or 3 people that is known. So, like, I wonder how they're going to fill that time. And I'll also say that I reached out to Netflix for a review screener, and they were like, yeah, we're not doing review screeners for this. And if Netflix isn't doing a review screener, more than likely, it's probably a frozen chunk of poopy.
Yeah, well, Ed Gein's story, I thought he only got convicted of killing one person. And then, like, they might have been rumors or speculations about him maybe murdering. Yeah, I think it was his mother. And then he did have, like, goddamn lanterns made out of human skin and all that weird shit. That he did have all of that in his apartment. I don't know, but he got found like actual insane, didn't he? And spent the rest of his life in an asylum. He didn't even like go to jail. They were like, this kid's fucked up. Like, he's actually like, it wasn't like a Bundy thing or a Gacy where those were actual. I'm not saying he was a good guy or anything like that, but you know what I mean? Like, he wasn't like a legitimate fucking hardcore monster like Bundy and Gacy and all those dudes, or Dahmer. Like, this guy was like, stats. Was he retarded? I mean, was he slow? I think he was slow or something. I think he was mentally challenged.
Guy's gotten a lot of publicity for not having the numbers of some of those other. It feels messed up to say that, but you know what I mean, right?
Yeah.
Austin, thanks, buddy, says you can see the cop cam of the guy who went into a police station, sat in the lobby, and started cranking his hog. Said he had sleep paralysis. Oh my God, I definitely.
That's a hell of a dream. It was a wet dream. I had a good old goddamn time. I'm sorry, man. You got to see my wiener out there in the public, but hey, it ain't. Maybe you was impressed,
dude. I don't know why I haven't seen the video, but I believe him.
I
think he should get off, literally, and scot-free. You know what I mean? Let that man walk free.
That guy's got the biggest balls I've ever seen in my life. He walked into a police station and pulled out his wiener and started stroking it, and then blamed it on sleep paralysis. Hey,
he loves Law and Order.
That's a legend.
DJ Dream Entertainment, good to see you, buddy. Says watch Halloween 6 Day. Figured out that he killed doctors in the operating room because they probably took his man juice in an operation to get Jamie pregnant. Yeah, or they were just trying to control him in general.
Yeah,
but he went schizo on him like a puddle of mud at basically any show that you see him at.
His insurance card was declined, and he was just fucking pissed. I mean, a lot of people have been there. We understand. You can't get those Viagra pills refilled, and he just lost his goddamn noggin. But yeah, I definitely, that scene was always weird to me because, I mean, it was an incredible scene. It's one of the best. It might be maybe the best scene in any of the Halloween movies. That strobe light effect with Michael going fucking nuts, pure rage, incredible scene, well shot, amazing. But it always did strike me, even when I was a kid, when I was watching, like, why the fuck is he so mad? Like, he literally just picked those doctors and whooped that ass.
Yeah.
And then he got so bad, he was happy jogging to chase down that one dude and shove his face through the grill of that cage thing. He was like, yeah, like he was like running after him. Almost.
He was on that Weinstein juice.
Yeah.
Byron Hansen says, hot take, Halloween 4 would have been the best Halloween movie if they got the mask right. Dude, I don't
think that's a hot take, dude. That's a legitimate, that's a good take.
For some, but not on these waters. Not on this property. We agree with you. Also, hot take, Friday the 13th Part 2 is the best in the franchise. Mic drop. Don't agree with you on that one.
It's not a bad choice. It is underrated. I think it's I think Backhead Jason should get more love, but it is a good movie, but I don't think it's the best of the series.
Yeah, I'm 4 or 6. I'm between 4 and 6 on mine. Deshaun Shaney, member for 6 months. Thanks, buddy. He says, hey guys, happy day. Got my Freddy collection. No damage. Glad to see these in 4K. Yeah, I got super FOMO. I've seen people are beginning to get their 4K Freddy collection in the mail, and goddamn, I'm jealous.
Hell yeah, dude. That's badass.
I won't
set you back $3,000, but I'm glad you got it.
Kyle says Silent Hill F is dope. Horror game for late nights in the month of October. Jay, Mike, what's your favorite Halloween movie to watch Halloween Eve? Off.
Oh, favorite. I've said it before. I love Pumpkinhead, dude. That gothic vibe, that like what's it, Grimm's fairy tale type of storytelling they do in that, and the way that it's looked, the aesthetic of it, the whole story about how, you know, it's a father going out of his way to feel like he needs vengeance for his son who was wrongfully taken from him by a bunch of not uptowners, but what are they fucking out of towners, like fucking preppy kids. I don't know. It's Pumpkinhead for me.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go pretty stock. I'm gonna say Halloween 4 because you got the Halloween, you got the Michael Myers. But most importantly, you've got the best damn Halloween atmosphere in the business.
Yeah.
So it's always Halloween 4 for me. Eric Cass, Loomis.
Lauren Rivera, she's not going to have sex with you, Eric. You're going to get a goddamn restraining order on if you keep it up.
Gary says, Pastor Ross, I saw on several sites Terrifier 4 hits theaters in 2026. I do believe it, Gary. I think it will. And I think it's going to rock our socks off and get us pregnant. I can't wait to be pregnant as a male. Dean Cream Betweens, thanks, bud. He says, what's up, my boys? The greatest month of the year is almost here. Horror month, fall wieners, fall weather, movie marathons on AMC and Sci-Fi, and every major sport is playing. You, buddy, you got that fucking right.
Feels good. Feels clean and nice.
Somebody asked me what my favorite month is, and I'm like, it's definitely either October or March. I do love March because in March, though football's done, March Madness is starting to ramp up. And you know what? It's getting sunny outside, and the beer starts to flow, and it gets sunny outside, and you're starting to feel life come back into your body after 3 months of seasonal depression. I do love March, but I think October takes.
I think autumn in general is just my favorite season. I mean, the leaves changing, you get that crisp wind, like cool air. You also, and it's not like overbearingly hot. You can get like 65. I think the perfect weather is 65 with like a 45-degree low. I love that shit, dude. It's so fucking nice.
I'm sorry, I can't concentrate, dude, because that little wisp of hair that you have like 2 wisps of hair blowing in the fan, and it's just making me fucking horny. Like, it is so handsome.
That's what I did it for. That's what I did it for.
I'm not gonna be able to talk to Mike.
I feathered my hair for Mike Nelson tonight. Can you believe it?
Look at it. Can you guys see it? Maybe we just never noticed it because it's not the HD camera.
No,
but
what it is I need a haircut and I ran out of hairspray and I can only use gel and it's LA Looks and it doesn't hold as well. I can't use Got to Be glue because it literally becomes concrete.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of.
No, you're onto something, dude. You're onto something. This shit looks good. I'm joking, but like it really does look good. Logan Mistiak,
yourself. You give me a compliment, then you take it right away.
I said I'm trying to fuck you, pal. That's what I'm talking. I said I meant.
Well, whatever. You turned me down and ruined our date last night, so I don't want to hear it.
You know what? Whatever. I told you I was dying, literally.
No, I know.
All right, I died last night twice. I had to be revived by Jack Daniels. Logan Mistiak says, "Who should play Batman in DCU? Anyone come to mind? Alan Richardson. Every time.
I think that's the guy that he's looking at 100%.
Yeah.
I think that's who's going to be.
I want it. Take it or leave it. Thanks, buddy. Says Mike. Okay, or men. Okay, dial in. Mike. Pro tip here: the quotation keys on your keyboard let you go frame by frame on YouTube vids. Easier to catch quick cuts and trailer. Okay, okay, that's good advice. I did not know that. I did not know that at all. So thank you. And I haven't had enough of the devil's penis to tonight to forget that. So I'll remember it. Thanks for the tip, take it or leave it.
Brimstone Jizz. It sounds like a fucking bar in LA. Hey, we gotta go to Brimstone Jizz later on? Yes,
Smoky flavored. Tanner freaking Bowl says, up. Do y'all plan on ranking more animatronics? I mean, I think we covered the whole Spirit Halloween jizz, didn't we? If there's another one, that was fun. I would like to do it again.
Yeah. I mean, if there's any more that comes out that catches our eye, for sure.
You know what? When we do our Halloween little bar crawl there, they have some of them live set up, and we can rank them one by one. That'll be
You know what
too.
we could do? I mean, we talked about it before, is going to a haunted attraction, like a haunted house, and just getting some GoPros and going in.
I would love to.
I don't know if they would let us film. I mean, we'd have to talk to them because, I mean, but it would be good for their business. If we were like, we're going to upload this, you know, to a channel that's got over 100,000 members and you can promote your shit. I don't know.
I would love to do it. I'm gonna have to get those. Gonna have to get some night vision cameras. Hey, can you pick up for me for just a moment at 9:33 p.m.? I got to get me a beverage and take a quick pee-pee.
All right, go ahead and have yourself. Ring out your wiener. Go to a police station.
I gotta have it.
Wrap it out.
I'm gonna pull my dick out and I'm gonna pee out of it.
Go ahead and do that.
What men do.
Go pee out of your butthole. What? Tyler McInturf says, question for Mike Nelson. If you okay, well, I'll save that, Tyler, for Mike when he comes on. Austin says, you guys should each get a BK bucket and see who can fill it with a man milk first. What the fuck? Loser has to drink the winner's bucket. Happy Halloween. Jesus Christ, Austin. It like you literally typed that out and said it. I'm not doing that. Sean Patutis, Sean Tattoos, Sean P Tattoos. I don't know. If your YouTube channel becomes cursed like a VHS tape, what would happen when someone watched your videos? They would get uncontrollable diarrhea that just wouldn't stop for days. I don't know. That would be terrible. Michael Parton, thank you so much, remember, for 14 months. We like that. Dunkin' Donuts Halloween buckets are cool too. I didn't know they did that. That's cool. Matt Roberts says, Conjuring 4 sucked. Y'all gonna see Good Boy? I try to be one every day, but I just fail at it constantly. No, I don't know. I maybe. And I you know what, Conjuring 4, that comes out that comes out in October. I think middle of the month. It's going to be available for streaming, so I'll probably check that out. I know that Mike hated it, but I think some people did like it. They kind of enjoyed it, so I don't know. Andromeda became a new member, or we appreciate you, Andromeda. I love your galaxy. It's beautiful. Deadly 3098 says Super Bowl picks. Mine is Buffalo and Eagles, but I'm a Steelers fan. Then you're going to get shot in Pittsburgh because your arch rival just don't like that. But no, I don't really follow it. It's probably, the Eagles are on fire lately. They are looking really good. They have a strong start, 4-0. I could see them going back to the Super Bowl if things line up correct. I don't know who they go against, but Mike's going to say Green Bay. It's not going to be Green Bay. Immortal 2273 says, glad I could catch the stream. Much love, dudes. Peace. Thank you. Glad you're here. Tiffany, joining late. How was your birthday? Okay, that's for Mike. I'll let Mike read that. Tiffany. And with that, we're caught up. So let me just make sure it's Tiffany and okay, that's it. And then the Mike Nelson question. But yeah, by the way, guys, if you guys don't mind, make sure that you keep on sending in your questions for Mike Nelson, and we will read those when he gets on air. D-Mitch says, LOLJ, the Eagles can't play Green Bay at the Super Bowl. No, I know that, D-Mitch. I'm just saying that Mike's going to say that the Eagles, or I mean, the Packers are going to be in the Super Bowl, and that's just delusional. Matt says, Good Boy is that dog movie, by the way. Oh, fuck that. I'm not watching that. Is that sad one? I'm not watching shit like that, dude. I can't watch that. Like, I never watched that Hochi. What's that? Hochi? Is that what it was? The one that always, like, with Richard Gere? I won't watch that stuff. Dude, somebody is smoking the reefer, and it is that funny grass, that devil's grass is going right up my nostril. I can smell that shit. I'm getting loopy. I have no tolerance for it. Holy fuck. And it's good, too. Like, I know that's good weed. Damn. That shit's strong. Some fucking Willie Nelson concert in this bitch. JT says, Jay, you watch gore movies or gore videos? Like, what do you mean? Like, on like I mean, I've seen gore videos like on Twitter. Like, as far as like, I don't go out of my way to watch them, but if it's like a body cam, unfiltered or unedited body cam where there's a shooting involved, I've watched that. But I don't like go out of my way to like rub one out with some oil because of gore. I don't.
I seen him.
Dude,
do it. Yes,
damn, somebody is smoking that shit.
The ganja?
God damn, dude, I'm getting like a headache.
Is it April?
Fucking, I knew it. She's been acting funny lately, and she's on that devil's lettuce, and that's what's happened. No, dude, it's like a fucking goddamn Redman concert out the hallway.
Man, we by the way, I don't know if I told you about this, but we took MJ and some of her friends to Goodfellas Pizza and to an escape room for her birthday.
Oh,
and we're out on the patio, got our pizzas out there. I got about 4 or 5 teenagers with us, and these two come over and they sit. And Goodfellas it's a bar pizza place, but it's a relatively family place, you know. and they pull up about, I don't know, 4 feet away at their chairs and just start chain smoking, right? And this guy's like 50 maybe. Looks like he comes from money.
Cigarettes?
Yeah, smoking ciggies, but
okay.
Just like blowing them. I mean, just blowing them right over. And then the motherfucker, when they would get done, and then it just did not stop. Then when they would get done, they would flick them into the river because the river's right behind them, just like fucking litter right into the river. And they were just downing old fashions, right? And all the kids are like starting to stare at him at this point because they're having like a heart-to-heart conversation. Some of the kids were like, dude, they're in the middle of a divorce right now. And if you listen, all I could hear him say was like, what did you need me to do to get you to trust me? And he has sunglasses on, but he started having tears come down his eyes. Damn. And she was just sitting there and smoking and staring at him and could not give a fuck. And she had this short dress on, you could see her butthole, and she was just smoking, just like staring at him. And then at one point, I think she was actually the side piece from what I gathered, and she was telling him it was time to divorce his wife because he was like, have I texted her or called her one time since you've been here with me? And he got so wasted, dude. He had to stand up, walk over to the trash can, jump out the rest of his drink, and pick his shirt up and wipe the tears off his face. And then he left for like 10 minutes and then came back, just whole entire face red. And she sat there the entire time with her feet up, just smoking like she just ruled the world. And I was like, this is a messed up situation. I'm just glad that we're not leaving at the same time because I don't want these people on the road with us.
Sounds like a fucking, like a cutout scene from Johnny Cash Hurt video.
Yeah, dude, they were going through it. Or he was, at least. She could not give a shit less. That man was about to throw his life away for someone who you could tell did not give two shits.
Don't do that. I would have told him, I was like, don't do that. It ain't worth that. By the way, Tiff and I wants to ask you this. I gotta go pee, but I'll be back.
Enjoy. Tiffany, thank you. Says join late. How was your birthday? I will say it forever. I think You Were Next is one of the most underrated horror movies. So much fun. Best final girl. I love You're Next too. I think I went with Jay to see that in the theater, and there was like someone had like a newborn baby in there, so that kind of ruined our experience. But it is a great movie. I love the song that plays when the dude's in there just drinking his orange juice and his vodka or whatever, and it's like dun 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 dun. And the song is like, all my life I've been looking for the magic. I love that song. It's on my playlist constantly. But anyway, yeah, I love that. And birthday was good. The Packers ruined it. Packers took a big fat dump on my 40th birthday. But other than that, it was a great day. I just had too many libations. And other than that, it was great. Till the next day. The next day is when it affects me. But yeah, Packers ruined my birthday. But other than that, it was a great day. Had a great time. Got to spend time with the family. Got to watch some football. Can't ask for anything more, Tiffany. I hope your day was awesome as well. I'm trying to find where we are. It's like remember that scene in I Love You, Man, when they're outside of the bar and Jason Segel leaves them and Paul Rudd standing there with his phone. He's like, I'm trying to find the number for a taxi. I don't know why that just popped in my head. Where are we here? Sorry, Tiffany. Yes. Matt Roberts. Good Boy is that dog movie, by the way, Jay. Yeah, I think he may have already read that. That comes out this week, right? I believe that comes out this week. Definitely can't take the family to see that one, but I'll be watching it when I get back. While Willie said Andor did well at the Emmys, Jay, have you watched? I'm going to say that he didn't. My best guess is that he did not. If he already answered that or not, I don't know. I don't know. Man Tomorrow says, first off, love you, Mike and Jay. You're all the best on YouTube. I don't know about that, but I really appreciate you lying to us. A question for Mike Nelson. If you could direct a Friday the 13th to use any Jason, which would it be? That is a good question, sir. And again, when he comes on, if you guys want to super chat your questions, normally I always say, hey, we will get to every single super chat, but where it's a guest, I can't promise that. You're welcome to. And if we can, we will. I'll say that for sure. Take or leave it said Nelson was angry Orson hands off on or off for your short. I was going to ask that question as well, so don't you worry.
I didn't ask those questions or read those because I was going to save them for Mike, so I didn't want to be like, I wanted to be like, I want to know. You know what I mean?
I want to know what.
And by the way, we're not gonna read that one, take it or leave it, because I was going to ask that too. So no, you don't get that. You don't get that.
Oh, it's gonna be a good time. T-minus 35 minutes before we get Mike on.
By the way, somebody asked earlier, what was your Super Bowl picks? I think they picked. By the way, a fucking Steelers fan picked the Eagles and the Bills in the Super Bowl.
I can see that happening.
I think they do. I'm not gonna lie. I was telling him I don't follow it. I don't follow football much at all. But the Eagles have been on fire. They actually had a great game. The last game I was watching it because April's a game.
Yeah, I know you're an Eagles fan. Like Jay, he's trying to hide it, but he watches the Eagles more than he watches his own Giants. He had an Eagles hat on.
Fucking woman that'll She does. It's like, God lost the Eagles, and I pray to the Lord above. God,
does, Jay.
I actually am rooting against the Eagles to the gods of Olympus. I beg thee, because I don't want to make a trip to Philadelphia if they win the Super Bowl, because she wants to go this time to the goddamn concert or the parade.
You're not going to be to the parade. I was like, you're not going to be able to afford fucking Super Bowl tickets anyway.
No,
you know
not the Super Bowl tickets.
None
like,
of us
have
can.
this. They have this big fucking parade where they like take off their underwear and they rave it around and like they start burning down buildings and setting cars on fire and farting in people's faces because they won. And then she's like, "We should go." I'm like, "I'm not going to that heathen ass parade."
Now I have one reason to root for the Eagles to win the Super Bowl.
You, dude. No, I don't.
Because
I don't want a hammer thrown at my fucking head too. But yeah, we won, and then I'll line up in a fucking concussion in a hospital because a fucking football team won. Wow, man, that's so great, you hooligans.
Jeremy said, "Read my super chat." I didn't realize that we missed one from you, Jeremy. I was trying to find it for you. Someone did ask if you watched Andor and won a bunch of Emmys. Apparently,
I know. You know what? It's weird. Willie. I know, and I know that you love it. I've heard, like, I don't know. I just don't know if I really want to dedicate time to it because I've also heard it's dog shit. But I love Rogue One, and they said it's very similar to Rogue One, so I don't know. Maybe I will.
Jeremy, I don't have no super chat from you, sir. There is no super chat here for you.
Jeremy, he asked what did you ask, Jeremy? I thought I read yours. I'm sorry I didn't read it the way that you wanted me to read it, so I guess it doesn't count then.
Eric said, what horror character would be the best president of the United States? Oh, man. Lauren Rivera.
That's what Eric's going for.
Bad guy? Does that have to be a bad guy?
I don't know. Michael Myers, because he's strong and silent. He gets it done.
I'm going to go with that, too. You know what? Because he'll shut the fuck up.
Yeah, he won't do shit. He'll just sit there and, like, give it an intimidating look. And they'll be like, all right, well, we're not going to, like, have war ever again.
That's what I'd like to see. Dan Tor said, y'all finished The Penguin. I'm halfway through after rewatching The Batman. So good. Mike, you're crazy. Rob Pattinson's shit as Batman. Dude, he's all right, Batman.
Dude. I love him.
Okay.
He's great. I think he's great. As far as The Penguin, I think I don't know why I stopped watching it, but I haven't finished it. I loved it, though, for as much as I watched.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I think I finished it. Dude. Robert Pattinson I think he was okay. He was fine as Batman.
Was it confirmed? I don't know if it was confirmed or not, or if there was a discussion about whether or not for the Batman 2 that they were going to focus on the Court of Owls and Hush, that's a great idea. I just don't know if that was actually confirmed that was the route they were going, because I thought Penguin was going to have the bigger role in the sequel.
I think they said.
God damn, Captain Crunch.
I don't think Penguin's coming back for this next for the movie. I don't think so. I think I heard that, but
as long as it's not a focus on Joker, which again I love Joker. I think he's an amazing character. He obviously is an iconic villain, but there's so many more characters in the Batman Rogues Gallery that hasn't had a chance to shine yet that they need to focus on, and that's what I want to see. So if they go the Court of Owls and Hush, that's an amazing storyline. It will do numbers. It will be big time. Great.
Yeah, I would like to see that. I think it's perfect for Matt Reeves too. I think he'd be really good at that. Yeah, handling that situation.
Maybe we can get Matt Reeves on here. I doubt it, but I'd love to talk to Matt Reeves.
Never. I'd be like, hey, why did you make Batman a pussy?
Yeah, that's the first question out your mouth, and then he'll be like, "Why don't you just milk me? Because I'm a big pussy."
Wait, I don't think you know how pussies work, Jay.
Yeah, I do, because you gotta milk if they're a girl, they produce milk. They lactate. What are you talking about? You're stupid. I feel like I'm talking like Adrian from The Peacemaker. He's like, yeah, just ask me anything about crocodiles. They have 4 stomachs. And he's like, that's cows. I was like, oh.
100%. Oh my God. You ever?
By the way, you know what it was? I know we're going all over the place, but there was that one thing in Peacemaker, the last episode, when he was like, no, fuck that guy. I hate Peacemaker. And he goes, why do you think I joined the Sons of Liberty? I'm like, what? That's what it set off in my head. And so I was like, oh shit, this is exactly how that guy talked about, especially when did you see that part where Ads was walking down the street and Peacemaker's brother skidded to a stop? He's like, oh, black.
Oh, dude, I was like, oh my God. Katie was watching that with me and she went,
I watched that, dude. Crazy. I had my TV up really loud and you could hear that shit in the hallway because April was walking in and she's like, I was like, I didn't scream that. I was like, it's on the TV. They probably think I'm fucking watching some kind of racist propaganda shit.
Lost Boy Bio says went to Halloween Horror Nights and they really put fart spray to make mazes smell like bodies, but it smelled miserable. And Jason's house was only scary when they had like 7 foot tall Jasons grabbing at.
Oh man,
were they actually people or were they just like whatever's?
They should have got Mike Nelson to direct that.
Dude, this is fuck that. But you brought up a good point. I wanted to talk about this and let's see here. Okay, yeah, dude, listen to this shit. This is crazy. Good call, Lost Boy. Thank you.
By the way, I was just joking about your virginity. I'm sure you lost it.
Yeah,
that was a character Loomis saying that.
We'll try to help you find it if you want, though. But an assistant school teacher.
Damn, Haley Joel Osment's really gone downhill since that actor thing dried up.
It's on that coke in the ski mountains. Assistant teacher arrested for allegedly stinking up his school with fart spray. Authorities said the spray cost $55,000 in damages and sickened students. And he kind of looks like it was his own farts, to be honest with you.
Yeah, he's the kind of guy that like wipes himself with a brawny paper towel, and he likes it.
That's how I know the job's done right. A 32-year-old South Carolina assistant teacher he's only 32, has been arrested on charges. He surreptitiously sprayed his school with a substance that smells like poop, sickening students and causing more than $55,000 in damages, authorities said. Alexander Paul Robertson Lewis allegedly dispensed the substance at West Florence High School in Florence, South Carolina, over a nearly month-long span, leaving school officials mystified as to the origin of the foul odor.
Damn.
He allegedly obtained the spray designed to imitate fecal odor from an online distributor, according to the sheriff.
Why did he do it? Was it just for a joke? It was like a goof on his students, and then it just went out of control?
I don't know. Maybe they'll tell us. Investigators allege that Lewis used the spray on multiple occasions and over time resulting in a disruption of the school, children requiring medical attention for respiratory issues, and requiring the school to incur an expenditure of over $55,000 for inspection and damage to the school air conditioning system. I think the problem there is more with Bryant Air Conditioning or whoever's.
Hey, dude, what are you in jail for? Oh, I crop dusted a bunch of school children. They just overreacted.
Oh, unfortunately, the motive remains under investigation. This is the millennium. We don't need motives. Motives are incidental. He's not interested in making any comment at this time. So,
some men just want to watch the world spell. That guy's like a freaking crazy ass look on him. That's the guy that got mad as fuck when they shut down Pornhub in like his state and they were like requiring online ID. Look at that face. He's like, God damn, I got to pay extra money for a VPN. Look,
who just
government keeps on fucking me, huh?
Who keeps doing it? He's like, man, it's like every morning he woke up and looked forward to like making those kids smell poopy, and he probably just sat around and watched people like, oh, but like here's the thing, dude, you have to smell it too. So like you played yourself.
He probably likes that smell. He's probably the kind of guy that picks his butt and he smells it and he likes it. He definitely got skid marks, 100%. That's skid mark Dan right there. That's he looks like a skid mark. You know what?
Not a great wiper.
Maybe it was just he was just fooling around and then this happened, but I don't know. Like, that's crazy. Like, I'm just going to go buy this fart spray off this online distributor and go into my classroom that I teach at and just spray it and watch as the kids get sick and be like, stupid bastard.
Yeah. There is a world out there where like he didn't know that it was costing the school that much money and he just thought it was really funny. So he just kept doing it, I guess.
Mike,
maybe it's not that
do the breaking news thing.
Oh, yeah.
Do it really quick. I wanted PJ's moment to shine right there. Yes, he is fat.
We can smell our own.
I'm glad that PJ was doing the on the street reporting April O'Neil style and got the scoop. We were all wondering. I was wondering, and now you broke it. You broke the case.
Guys, I'm gonna make that the Halloween Horror Month intro. Since we didn't,
that shit was. I don't know why.
I'm gonna make it that.
That shit was funny as fuck, dude. Because you were telling the story we were talking about. All he said was like, "He's fat." That's it. That's all. He was a fat fuck that fart sprayed people.
Oh my god, that's so funny, dude. Like Adam Sandler's like, oh my fucking god, that's so funny.
Yeah, that's funny as hell.
Holy shit, that's the funniest thing I've ever seen. Have you guys heard, by the way, how do we feel about the Super Bowl halftime music announcement? How are we feeling?
Who's doing it?
Bad Bunny.
Wild Stallions? Oh shit.
Bad Bunny is the one, dude. Have you heard of that Bad Bunny?
What did she do that got her in trouble?
And see, it's amazing because it feels like no one has, but apparently it's the most like streamed Spotify artist like in the history of the world or something like that.
Bad Bunny?
Bad Bunny. It's so yeah, I don't know. All I know is I the only thing I've seen is that he's done wrestling. He was
it's a guy?
Too. It's a guy, yeah, it's a guy. Why would you think of I get what you're
is he homosexual?
What's
your heritage?
Homosexual. I don't know. So it's a rapper, pop artist. But yeah,
that's weird.
You know, it's crazy. I don't know, man. Apparently it's become a big political thing. And I posted on Twitter, I was like, man, this sucks. Like, we can't ever have any good, artists do that. And I got yelled at by a bunch of people. They're like, you don't know what this means. I'm like, shit, sorry, dude. I was just talking about musically. I would like to see Blink or Metallica or Green Day or Pearl Jam. I would love a rock band to be there.
It would be. It's been a while since a rock and roll act has been on there.
Yeah, he's Puerto Rican, says Jonathan Hirado. I've never heard his music, so but I mean, I heard the clip that they played in the commercial, and I was like, oh.
The last Puerto Rican, he was Cuban, was Fat Joe, that I knew about.
Like in general, like as a whole species, like a whole like
species,
thing, or just like that did the or a whole
race,
like that. Shut up. I don't even know if you call it. Yeah, whatever.
A Puerto Rican.
No, what I meant was like that did the halftime show or just as a person? I
don't know a lot of Puerto Ricans, and that Fat Joe was the only one. I think he's Cuban.
Barico, is that even? So that might be Ricky Martin. I don't know, dude. I get it confused.
Wait a minute, he's a Happy Gilmore caddy
in the sequel. He was in Happy Gilmore. That's what a lot of people know him for.
They almost said Species. Where's Sif?
No, Daniel. Actually, I would rather have Bad Bunny than the Red Hot Chili Peppers, because the Red Hot Chili Peppers are the most overrated band of all fucking time.
I know they didn't do a Super Bowl show, but for whatever reason, I always remember them doing a Super Bowl show. But I think it was like a AFC Championship or something. But they knocked it out of the park, dude, and it was so good. And they've had a recent resurgence in popularity. I would bring Creed back.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. Like, how cool would that be?
I would just like to say, because they never got to do the Super Bowl.
By the way, if that's a racist thing to say, I do apologize. I didn't mean to even say it. It just came out of my mouth. I didn't mean anything by it. I'm an idiot. I don't know what if that is, I apologize. I didn't mean it that way.
How the fuck should I know?
U2 is the most overrated band. Dude, could you imagine 9 Inch Nails? That would be amazing. He just comes out there like, I want to fuck you like an animal. Dak Prescott comes out with U2.
I don't know much about 9 Inch Nails. I know the name. I think they should give it to Savage Garden.
Dude, maybe I'd rather have that, to be honest.
Chicken cherry cola. Chicken cherry cola. I want to hear.
At least it'd be someone I know. Yeah, I just don't know what it is. I mean, everybody's like, "Oh, super popular. Of course they would pick him." I'm like, sorry, dude. I just wanted a rock band. That's all I meant. Fuck.
So he's a rapper.
Everything was a rapper. The rapper.
Is he a TikTok rapper?
I don't know. Skrillex.
Does it come out with some bunny ears and be like, yo, what up? It's going to be the craziest fucking thing you ever seen. Carrots for days. Going to eat your ass with a carrot. I'm like,
why?
I don't know.
Carrots.
Because of Bugs Bunny.
Ban you, Egg Shin.
Bugs Bunny.
Oh, ban you. Bring back Coldplay. Yeah, that would be just his ass. Yeah, we should do a top 10 most overrated bands of all time. It'd be like, you'd have Coldplay, you'd have U2, you'd have the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Oh, kiss your little meat tray. You'd have all that shit in there. There'd be so many good.
There's a lot of overrated. Well, this is a hot take. Mike and I were having a discussion with my brother a couple of weeks ago about overrated bands. And one of them that popped up, and he was like, "Y'all fucking crazy!" Almost came to fist fights. We were spitting on each other. It was crazy. It was Metallica. We both said we thought Metallica was a little bit overrated, and that is gonna get taken in the wrong. I don't know. A lot of people are gonna get mad about that, but I will say this: they have great music. I'm not saying their music isn't gold. It's amazing. I just feel like it's nonstop with Metallica. It's like, oh, Metallica's the greatest rock band of all fucking. I mean, they're great. I love them, but they are played out a lot. I mean, and then also. Dude, I've never forgiven them for what they did for fucking Napster. Fuck that one guy that has a receding hairline worse than mine in the band. Whatever his name was that led the charge. I don't care.
See, I will do. Yeah, Lars. I'll tell you this, man. I'll say right here with you. I'll hold your hand and we'll walk on the mountaintop together. I've always said that I think Metallica's a little bit overrated, but I'm also a big enough a man to understand that I'm wrong about that, and I just have a bad opinion. Because like everybody always screams at me about it, and I understand. Just for me, they're overrated. Banter. Like it's like it's the same thrash metal stuff over and over again. But people love it. And they get really mad at me for saying that. But they do have some great songs. So even they would make sense to me. You know,
I just think, in my opinion, I think AC/DC is better.
Fucking yeah, I agree.
I just do. I think their songs are catchier. I think there's a lot more energy in it. Yep. I just like it better.
I would love, dude. AC/DC would tear the roof off of that place.
That's
a Super Bowl right there?
Yeah, but didn't Angus die?
Yeah, but who cares, man? We have AI now. So let's get Nirvana opens.
You're going to catch a lot of strays.
I'm kidding, but I think they still tour with a new singer. I'm not sure exactly what.
No, Angus was the guitar player.
Okay, well, I mean, yeah, but they still play, I believe. Like
Brian Johnson, he's still alive, isn't he?
I have no idea, dude. I don't know. I just know I like AC/DC. I think they rock.
Afro Man would be dope. Afro Man would be all right. But I mean, yeah, it's the only song they're just going to sing it over and over on a loop. It'll be fun.
Hey, at least it's not like Drake or some shit, right? Like right after Kendrick did it, that'd be fucking wild.
Take it or leave it. Says holograms, AI, Google lids. Get creative, Jay. Yeah, let's do it up.
I just don't know why they're so averse to just have a rock band, man. Just have a rock band in there.
Well, who's running it? Isn't Jay-Z the guy that's in charge of like all the creative?
So there you go. There you go. Yeah, I just don't. Yeah, Limp Bizkit would be. Dude, Limp Bizkit would be the greatest. All that would be nobody. I don't care what you say about Limp Bizkit. Everyone would watch. Everyone like, I gotta see how bad this shit is, and it could be cool.
Dude, you can say what you want about Limp Bizkit. I know they're kind of corny and cheesy for the time, but dude, they rocked the shit out of it when they were like.
That's that. Mike's got the answer.
All right. Well, if you guys want to hear my big hit, Diana, That's Dirty. That's my version. It's gonna be great. Watch me moonwalk really bad, and if it doesn't go right, it's not my fault. It's my band's because they want to tune when the singer's not even on the stage. God, dude, that part for whatever reason that annoyed the fuck out of me when it wasn't he got mad at his guitarist for tuning the guitar for the song that he was getting ready to play. So he got pissed about that. Then he got pissed at his drummer for like kind of playing him out. And he was pissed that they were already starting the song and went over and like undressed him basically in front of these people, in front of the 5 people that they were playing to.
Yeah. This is absolutely insane. That would be the greatest, like, holy shit, I can't believe they're doing this of all time.
What up with the youth though? Do you remember my hit song from Howard Stern that he like destroyed it because he's part of the wolf pack? What up with the wolf pack? What up with the youth?
Oh my god, dude! Like, there's so many people they could choose, though. But I don't know. I don't listen, Eric, so I guess I can't say anything.
You stop your whore mouth. He says Will Smith. Nah, dude. That ship is sailed. There ain't no fucking way, dude.
That would be real bad, dude. That would be real bad. Jeremy Shelley, thanks, buddy. Said, okay, let me send it again. I swear to God, it's not there, dude. Jay couldn't find it either. Don't blame me.
Sorry, man.
Don't hate me. I lost T Hill in our fantasy league. I feel like a little worm on a big fucking hook. I'm getting shit on. That's all shit on. And you know what really pisses me off? And you know what really pisses me off? Yeah, dude. Tyreek Hill. You know, it's unfortunate if you had him in fantasy. It's unfortunate for his career. It's unfortunate for his leg. But like, if it's gonna happen to someone, I don't have necessarily a big problem with it happening to a legend abuser. Maybe it could happen to Chris Brown soon. That'd be great. I'd like to see that as well.
Chris Brown's just a misunderstood artist. I don't know why I didn't realize that.
Next year's Super Bowl.
Is he still making music?
Dude, he's huge. Like, I'm pretty sure he's in jail for like beating up a homeless person or something, allegedly.
Oh, well, that was the line. That was.
But before that, like, he was like selling out concerts and like nobody cared. Oh. Like that guy didn't just beat up a woman; he beat up Rihanna, and no one gave a fuck. And you wouldn't tell me cancel culture is fucking like, come on, man! You all pick and choose what you do. Mel Gibson can't.
The host stepped out of line.
Chris Brown selling out goddamn arenas. What the fuck?
The bitch stepped out of line. No, JT says he assaulted some people at a concert. God damn.
Yeah. I don't get it. I don't get the world, dude. I don't understand the world we're living in. I'm just riding the waves till I die. Logan says, do you think Christopher Smith, Peacemaker, will try to convince his brother and father to come back with him into his universe? I can sense not now.
No, I don't.
Not knowing what we know now.
Yeah, there's no way. I mean, they're literally believing in the idea of Nazis. So I don't think so.
Yeah, I think also, dude, that
I mean, because the father was already like a mega racist already in his universe, so it would make sense that like in his dream world, like he's living his dream life.
Yeah, and also I mean, dude, it's crazy. It's so smart how they've written that season because I felt so bad for him and so happy for him that he got his dad and like the dad he always wanted and his brother, and now for this to happen, it's like, oh man, is he gonna have to kill him again? How messed up is that going to make him? For
well,
season
he could
3?
just go back to his universe and like lock the, never go back.
Yeah, but then
if there's any kind of heroic, maybe they're going to be like, well, let's like they're not going to overtake the government because apparently the entire world is under this regime.
I don't think that you reveal something that awful and despicable about characters in a show without putting those characters to night time. So I think it will happen, dude. They're not just gonna be like, oh, we'll just let them live in that other world,
I think in some way, some people did think that this was like a redemptive arc kind of thing where, because Robert Patrick is so beloved, like people love him. And they're like, please don't be this fucking asshole. Don't be this asshole again. And they're like, no. Now I've just flipped it on its hat and put it to bed. And they're like, oh shit. He Dark really times. Is. But now he's not the white dragon. He's the blue dragon, which is, I guess, one up above that.
Yikes, dude. Rough. Emotional Zombie says, hi, guys. I made an Instagram poll on what I should watch today between Strangers 2 or One Battle After Another. Strangers 1, and I'll never make a poll again.
Strangers, the new one?
Yeah, not great. Not great. First 25 minutes is a fucking banger, but yeah, not great as a whole. But if it makes you feel better, One Battle After Another is 2 hours and 50 minutes long. Probably about an hour and 20 minutes of really good shit, and then the rest of it you could really do without. But yeah.
By the way, I think I said earlier, I was like, I'm completely unprofessional and unprepared for this upcoming interview that we've got in about 13 minutes. So I didn't write any questions down. It's like, God damn you, lazy fuck, Jay. I was like, yeah, but I always do. I always have prepared before, but Mike's been on the show. So I just figured we'll like wing nut it a little bit. I mean, mainly it's just going to focus on Sweet Revenge.
Yeah. And it's going to be good.
But I'll, we can also field some questions from you all. So
yeah.
I just didn't want to steal the spotlight. You know what I mean?
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. Mal Willie said, "You guys hear Macho Man biopic is in development."
No, but that's awesome.
Who's gonna play him is the question. They could really dick that one up.
Oh, for like, I mean, who do you think they're gonna cast?
Yeah, cast Timothy Chalamet. They could cast Robert Pattinson, and he could refuse to work out for the role like he did for Batman, and then everybody be like, "He was so great."
Why don't you just suck a fucking batarang? Robert Pattinson was amazing, and he was great. But no, I don't know who could they get to play. I mean, Alan Richardson could do it.
Yeah, I'd have to.
You got to have a big body fucker to do it. I mean, and if he hadn't done the other one,
Zac
Efron would have been able to do it. But
dude, I think he could pull it off.
What you got to do though, like that's going to be a hard role to pull off because the voice is iconic. So whoever they cast is going to have to do a really, really good one.
They should get Adam from Workaholics.
Oh my God.
That would be so funny.
Mike White, put down that cigaweed. Pedro Pascal, no.
Oh God, yeah, Pedro Pascal.
Put it down, sir.
He's touching everybody like he touches Melissa. D-Nice says, fucking love the show. You guys are going to blow up one day. One day, dude. You know what? Maybe we're on our AARP cards or something. It'll finally happen.
Yeah, dude. Somebody's like, how long is your channel been? I was like, 5 years. 5 years.
Looking forward to seeing more interviews with celebrities. Thank you, brother. We appreciate you, man. Third Tarlington says, hola, muchachos. Do you have any October Halloween traditions? One of mine is October 1st. I get loaded 7-Eleven nachos, a blueberry Slurpee, and watch Halloween. Dude, I just want to fucking party with you.
God damn.
You sound awesome.
Now I know where your name comes from. That's why you lay in the fucking toilet after you eat that shit. Holy fuck. But that's amazing. I don't have any. No, I mean, not like any particular Halloween traditions. Just watching such a standard, like a normal, not a normal, but just a standard answer. I watch Halloween films like Michael Myers shit, and that's about it. I don't have any like rituals though.
Yeah, I'd say the only one I have outside of the normal, which is, doing pumpkins with the kids and shit like that. The only one outside of the normal that I have is every year on Halloween, after I take the kids trick-or-treating, I go to Walmart or Meijer and I just buy up a bunch of the half-price candy that's on sale. And I go home and like Halloween, Christmas, Santa Claus, I stuff the kids' bags with like more candy. Like I'd load it up with all the half-price shit.
Yes, and that's the smart play. When it goes on sale, it's amazing. And you can get all sorts of great candies for your diabetes collection. And I was trying to tell that to April, and she's like, yeah, but all they're going to have left is candy corn. I was like, get your head out of the gutter, Philadelphian woman. That's not true. They have so many things on sale. That's when you go and buy the candies.
There are definitely, there's ebbs and flows in the business. Some days you go and there is just candy corn, but sometimes you go and they got it all and you can really stock up.
Yeah.
Farted.
Did you fart?
I did. I farted just now.
Like a rubber band letting go.
I had some French fries. I saw the your hair blow in the wind when I did it too.
Yeah, so I know. It made it happen.
Crimson Black said, "Hey Mike, do you like No Effects at all? Having Petting Zoo is one of my favorite albums ever." Hey Jay, love you. Hit that like button. Yeah, hit that shit.
Oh, dude, you read it in such a way. I actually thought you were saying "hey" to me. I was like, "Oh, hey." We've been talking for like over an hour. So. But hey, Crimson.
I like them decently enough, man. Like I liked a couple of their songs. I don't like listen to them a whole lot. I respect more what they did with like Fat Records and stuff like that. I think it's really cool.
P-H-A-T.
I think sometimes he tries to be a little too hardcore, like I'm so punk, and it gets obnoxious. But yeah, I like some of their stuff for sure. And Ramadan, Mike Nelson, Mary fucking. Okay, we'll save that one if we can hopefully get to it. Boots Go Boogie says Bad Bunny sucks.
There you go.
I literally haven't heard it.
I don't know who he is.
Like, that type of music I'm really bored of is my only thing. Sean Hickenbotham says, y'all see Feldman talk to Jamie Kennedy? Ooh.
No, that's got to be great, dude. Oh my God, dude. I wish we could fucking react to it, but we got Mike coming on here soon, but I'm going to watch that shit.
I bet that's a Dark Knight.
Dude, he's something like, there's something about him that he's such a vortex of your, like, he just takes all your attention because there's something about him that he's so full of shit, but you just can't help but watch how he continuously lies to make himself look bigger than he is. You know what he is? He's a lolcow, dude. Like a straight up lolcow. That's what he is.
What is that? I don't know what that means.
It's someone who basically a lolcow is like a person that does shit that and then people troll them, and then they give into the trolls, and they continue doing the same thing over and over again.
Okay.
So the people that push their buttons, they overreact to it, and they keep doing it, and that's why people keep pushing their buttons, because they're getting the reaction they want. They're basically a dancing monkey for the internet.
That's 100% him. You nailed that one on the head. I gotta turn down my light, dude. I look freaking weird. Like I look like I'm dying. Maybe I am. Maybe that's the thing, but I'd like to pretend I'm not. So I'm gonna watch.
Mike White says, "Try paying $150 to see a meetup." God damn, dude, did you do that?
Oof, Mike, you got to get on that shit, dude. Man. That's not good.
You took too many shrooms, and you thought that money was Monopoly money, and it wasn't real.
Not good, Mike. Sean says, "You see Phil." Oh, I just read that. Sorry. He also says, "Oh yeah, I missed you guys. O'Doyle rules. O'Doyle rules.
O'Doyle does rule."
Banana peel. He says, "Mike, I got that 36 Blackstone. Woo, we dude. I'm telling you, it's a life changer. Get the Blackstone grill. It'll change your life. It'll change your habits. It'll change everything."
God, dude, I'm such an alcoholic. I thought he meant like I got the 36 Blackstone like fifth. Like I thought it was a liquor.
No, dude. No. It's the world's greatest grill. Sean Higginbottom says, "Jay, you remember that Fever Lake movie?"
Fever Lake? Kinda. That sounds familiar.
I've never heard of such things personally.
By the way, I didn't know this, Sean, but thank you so much. I didn't know this, but do you know that they had this like a Serbian film on YouTube?
Really?
For a while? Yeah, for a long time. You could watch it on YouTube. The only reason why I brought this up because somebody was I was watching this podcast earlier, and they were talking about TOS violations, and someone was like, they literally had a Serbian film that you could watch on YouTube for years before anybody complained and took it off.
Like I said, I was fucked up when I bought the thing.
Well, there you go.
That's fair. It's like, I got to be Corey. It's got to be tonight.
Which, by the way, I've never seen a Serbian film. I don't want to watch a Serbian film. I think that's actually come up before where people are like, well, on Patreon, why don't you guys watch that? I don't want to watch that shit, dude. I just read the description of that. Fuck that.
I have absolutely zero interest in watching
Tomo
that.
Says legal or illegal. No, it was legal. It was literally on the YouTube, like whatever their movie catalog thing is. You could watch it. I think you could rent it.
I never ever want to see that, nor do I want to see what's the other one, Cannibal Holocaust.
I'm not watching that because literally they killed fucking animals. They actually fucking skinned monkeys and shit in that movie.
Yeah, no interest.
I don't want to do it.
I don't want it, Richard. I don't want it in my life.
Now is the season of evil. Evil?
Tiffany, thank you so much. Says the screen unseen yesterday was Bone Lake. It was so bizarre. Is it on your watch list? I've never wanted to punch a character so much in my life. I do want to see that. I'll be gone with the kids when it comes out, but I'm hoping to see it when it comes back, and we'll see what the reaction is. So apparently it was enraging. Do it, Jay.
I'll watch it for you, Tiffany. Don't worry about it. It's going to be great. You guys are going to love my reaction. It's going to be so great. And then I'm just going to make up shit because I didn't go see it. You're like, this sounds like a weird movie. It's like, it doesn't sound like the movie at all that I watched. You must have saw the director's cut. I was like, I did. By the way, I will say there's somebody else. Clinton asked, are we going to do a commentary for Terrifier 3 for Christmas? That would actually be funny, dude.
Oh, that's a great idea. By the way, just put up the Patreon poll for this month. 4 movies. 4 movies. The thing is, though, they all got to be Halloween Dark Stormy Night movies. So people are voting on those 4 commentaries that we're going to do throughout Halloween Horror Month on Patreon right now. I'm hoping they pick some good ones, and I know that they will. Blake said, Scream social media is active. Stu's Mansion hinted at something coming tomorrow. Poster, hopefully trailer, happy Horror Month Eve. Dude, get it up. I fucking hope so. They promised it would be in September, and maybe they held it out till October. We'll see, dude. I'll be literally on the road, so that makes sense. That makes sense.
I give you a hard time sometimes, JT, but you are 100% correct in your assessment, and I like what you said, and I appreciate you now, and I'm going to invite you to my birthday next year.
Green Ranger sucks fatties.
You suck a fatty.
He sucks.
So shut your mouth.
Trick or Treat was awesome, dude. Both the rock and roll movie with Ozzy Osbourne and I almost said Feldman and Gene Simmons and the Sam one. Yeah, I enjoy both those movies.
I gotta go pee really quick because Mike's gonna be on here.
Squeezed it out. That was quick. He just went in and out. He was like, I'm gonna pee, and then he was gone. Immediately gone. Just fucking gone. Like the deserts miss their rain. Dude, yeah, that's right. Throw some respect on the Blue Ranger, dude. Throw some respect on it. When I was a kid and I was really dorky, the kids used to make me be Blue Ranger. That shit used to piss me off. But now I'm like, he was pretty cool. So fuck you. I was gay too. How about that? You like that? Yeah, exactly. No, Jay realized how close we were. He's like, fuck, I'm not going to be able to pee. I better get it out. I respect it. I thought about it, but I'm just going to hold it in. Dude, nothing was worse than sitting in Vicious, knowing that the director was like 3 seats for me, and I was going to have to interview him the next morning, and I had to pee so bad, dude. So bad that I just, by the middle of the movie, and I realized there was going to be a Q&A after, I was like, I got to do it. I got to do it. So I went and did it, and thankfully I didn't miss anything. But I fear that he might have remembered seeing me miss 5 minutes in the movie. That was my biggest pain. I was going to go in there the next day. He's like, yeah, you're the guy that wouldn't pee in the middle of the movie. How could you possibly talk about my film? But yeah, that was a thing. It was a thing. All right, Eric. I didn't see it. What did we miss? Eric, I think we already. Oh, I did miss that one. My bad. Mike, Alabama beat Georgia at Georgia. Roll Tide roll. I know, because I had money on Georgia. All right. And I'm not happy about that. I'm not proud about that. I don't like putting money on Georgia. I don't enjoy Georgia. I can't stand Kirby Smart, but it just seemed like the obvious money. And of course, yeah, I didn't have a good betting weekend either, dude. My birthday didn't change the football lines in my favor. That's for sure.
By the way, Daniel, we never know. We never know.
What?
He said, at least it's not shit time.
That would be rough.
We never know.
Could happen.
I'm not going to fight it now. I'm not going to fight it next time. I had to go through several hours of pain by almost paralyzing my sphincter for the joy of the show. Never again.
Yeah. Well, that is, they better take some Imodium powder.
Dude, I'm not lying, dude. When I got up to walk to the bathroom to take a pee, I feel like I'm walking, like that weed smell is so fucking strong in this entire apartment, dude. I felt like I was walking on sponges because I'm getting a contact high.
You gotta tell April to stop hitting the Chiba while you're
dude. It's like I feel like I'm at a Black Sabbath concert. It's like Ozzy won't go on unless he's got all the brown M&Ms in one bowl. It just smells like that. Holy shit!
Yeah, I don't know if you guys know this, but Imodium is a game changer when you hit 40. I
gotta get on that.
Oh, dude, it's great. You're going to an event. I got volleyball coming up. Every time I'm on my way to volleyball, I'm like, oh no, just got to pop an Imodium and then I'm good. But then you get bricked up. Mike's gonna come in here. We're gonna be like, man, you ever get bricked up? Can't poop.
Oh, I thought it was something else when you said bricked up. Like you haven't cummed in a while.
No. Pooped, bricked up. Yeah, Skeleton is wearing a robe. Also, you'll notice like Ghostface over here has like a sweatband on. My daughter Ellie, my 9-year-old, just came back here and was just fucking with everything. She had Chucky wearing like hooker boots in the background and like did the soul. And I don't have the heart.
You know what? That actually sounds like that actually sounds like a plot line of the next movie where he's like, because they look at the seat of Chucky and the weird shit they got into.
Oh, dude, in that franchise, it absolutely you wouldn't put it past them. They could be doing anything. Literally.
PJ says, "Fuck that. You gotta go. You gotta go."
Yeah, it just happens, man. It just happens to you sometimes.
I got some good questions coming in too for Mike, so that'll be nice.
Yeah, and we'll save those to the end. We'll get to as many as we can for sure. Should be popping in here in a minute now. We're gonna chastise him if he's not here on time.
Eric says, "I turned 41 on Thursday." Hey, well, happy early birthday to you.
Just kidding. Yeah, come on the kick drum. Come on the kick drum. Come. That's one of the funniest moments in any movie that nobody talks about is the breakup. I love that movie.
Dude, it was funny. So I watched Sweet Revenge at about, I don't know, it's like 3:00 this afternoon. April had never seen it. So I was like, oh, you want to watch this short with me so I can get ready for tonight? And then if you can come up with any questions, that's cool too, because that way it takes the workload off me. And she's like, yeah, sure. And then she started watching it.
You're fucking shameless, Jay. You're fucking shameless.
I'm just being honest right now. I thought we were in the friends circle of trust. I thought that's what we were. I thought we were in the circle of trust. We're not there. We're not in that circle. No, I'm just joking. But no, there was once like at the beginning, dude. The girl was like, sometimes when you're the one, or you're picked by the one or whatever, she's like, you see right there. That's symbolism, and she's talking about something else. That's not what that means. It was just a line. That was just a line.
Men are thinking, April. Men are thinking. All right, let's keep your comments to yourself.
Shark Lily says, Jay, your balls are showing. Bumblebee tuna. Yeah, the circle of trust. I thought we were in the circle of trust. We could talk about things here.
Jay did try the Matthew Lillard tequila during the last Patreon stream. I think he loved it. I think it's his favorite drink ever.
Did I like it? I don't remember. There was a lot of mixed drinks going around.
You handled it better than I thought you would, to be honest. You definitely.
Dart says we listen and we don't judge. I don't believe you because you're a Sith Lord and they're liars. So I don't believe you at all. Your name is Darth. They're not known for their honesty. I just will let you know.
Mike said, Shakaka.
Daniel Torres said, Jay sounds like, well, that was what I was going for. He's like, sounds like Will Ferrell on Old School. Are we not in the circle of trust tree? Are we not in the circle?
That's what he was talking about, like the waitress's panties. It's like, I just wondered, like, were they like maybe something cool I haven't even heard of yet? She's like, oh God.
Do you want to hear something wild, dude? Unrelated at all to anything horror. Well, that's what we do here. We're all over the place. But did you know that Ohio has just raised their minimum wage to $11 an hour? And that a good old Kentucky, you know what we are at?
8?
720.
Oh, why we haven't made it to 8 yet?
Because they only recognize the federal minimum wage. They don't go. They don't do like the state. So whatever the federal minimum wage is, that's what Kentucky will always do.
Wow, we're slacking. We're caught lacking with it.
Yeah, I don't know why I just thought about that. I was like, I was like, well, I wonder what Kentucky's minimum wage is. It's like 720. I was like, I see.
Dude, I'm so old. When I started working, minimum wage was like $6.10 an hour. It's like $6.
Dude, I remember it was like $5.15.
That's crazy, dude.
$11 is so damn low. I mean, it's low, but I mean, minimum wage.
It's not. Yeah, it's the lowest, right? It's lowest.
But but that's like working flipping burgers is $11. I mean, that's still a lot of. I mean, it's higher than $7.20 an hour.
Yeah, that's crazy, dude. I don't know how people do it, dude. It's rough. It's hard out there for a pimp. Mike said $5.25 for me plus tips. The tips though take it over the edge. Mike's great at what he does. He takes the balls and the shaft at the same time, so he makes good tips, as he should. To be fair, I speak from experience.
The way that Mike is like talking about it, though, it reminds me of that scene that was just in Peacemaker when he was talking. She's like, "Do you do Greek?" And she's like, "Yes." And he was like, "She's like, do you know?" And Az was talking to Adrian. She's like, "Do you know what Greek is? What that means?" And he's like, "No, not in the terms of like bounty hunting or whatever the fuck it was, like her security console." And he was like, "But prostitution, it's butt fucking." He's like, you're talking about butt fucking. And I was like, I never heard it described that way. He goes, yeah, in the prostitution ring, someone asks you to Greek them, they asking you to butt fuck.
Oh, dude, that was so funny. That whole episode was funny. The whole season's funny, man. The whole season's so good. It's so good. Well, now I have to pee, man. No, I gotta pee.
Don't you do it, because I don't have access to if Mike comes in, I can't drag him in.
You just gotta click enter room. That's all you gotta do. Click enter room.
Well, I'm not doing that because I don't know him. All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
I'll be quick. I'll be quick. Trust me.
Yeah, we'll have an awkward intro. Like, hey, so you're a director, eh? You've been on the show before, and I know that you have. But let's talk about it. You like cameras? What's your favorite camera? I like a Canon. A Canon is a strong camera. Stranger danger. No, it's not that. I don't know. I just don't. Butt fucking. Are you butt fucking? Yes, please. Jonkler says, you guys have bathroom problems? No, like, listen, dude, they're drinking a lot of liquid during the stream. A lot of liquid. And sometimes you got to go pee-pee. And I, unfortunately, have a bladder that is very small. And I have to go tinkle like a little old lady. It is what it be. I can't just piss here. I'm just waiting for a scarecrow to jump out on Jay. Courtney, don't be putting that shit out in the universe. NWO for life, for show. It is Jimbo for life. Hey, like the new light. Thank you, Sons of Cinema. I appreciate that. I feel like it's very festive.
Nothing.
I feel like this is inside of a jack-o'-lantern's butthole, and I like it. I feel safe here.
All right, I'm gonna check my.
Dude, it'd be fun if he ghosts us, and he was like, "No,
he would not." Yeah, no, I know he was he's busy. He had a lot of stuff.
Well, yeah, and he might have fallen asleep, which I mean, that's what people do when they watch the show anyway, so it's fine. He was like, "Yeah, I was just watching your show, and I kind of like dozed off. I didn't know you guys were doing an ASMR shit."
Yeah, no, yeah, he's. Oh, I'm not even on the screen right now.
No,
I'm here now. I'm here now.
Somebody's like, well, I don't know why you're saying it like that, Polar Bear. Like lighting, laugh emoji. This is lighting. I have 2 lights on me.
Yeah, it's pretty orange. But I thought it's a holiday
festive. It's totally festive. I'm only using that because October is just in a few hours.
You look like you're sitting above hell's like butthole. Like it's beneath you right now.
Yep, I am. And you know what?
Like, what's the problem, dude? I look tan.
I'm tan. I'm feeling good about it. I don't know about you guys, but I'm feeling saucy.
Yeah, that's true. Mine is super bright, and yours is super.
No, yours actually looks like professional. Like when I look at your lighting and the way that you look on screen, you look like you're like getting ready to like have some crossfire shit on CNN. And then like and then I look at me, and then I was like, oh yeah, well that guy just got a camera.
It's still an improvement. You just need to get a light because you need to get you lit up. That's all we need.
I am lit up.
No, you're not lit up. You're really dark, man. You're super dark.
No.
I don't know why you're arguing this obvious point.
First off, don't bring another species into this, Mike.
Oh, no, don't you do me like that. Don't you dare do me like that.
I had an orange light for a long time, and so I was like, Jesus Christ, did Jay have what his liver failing? And then it freaked me out. And then I was like, I'm gonna get my ass lit up all the time. Because they said they acted like I had cirrhosis.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, it's just you just look orange.
I'm scared of the light bill, so I live in darkness. Well, these don't. The light bill actually is pretty cheap. They don't burn that much electricity. Emo Nerd Girl says I'll be 41 in 7 days and 2 hours.
Oh yeah,
you're
a whole year older than me. That makes me feel better about myself.
Hey, thank you so much. You're gonna join the club with me. I'm 41.
It's gonna be fine. I emailed Mike.
I like how the numbers are going down, and I can't wait for the people to start rolling in here and be like, "You clickbaiting motherfuckers!" He's like, "I see clickbait." I was like, "I see click." You know, these cocksuckers are desperate for fucking donos when they're clickbaiting Mike P. Nelson to be on the show.
You lied to us. No, he has a super busy schedule, so I can only imagine. So it's no big thing at all. Like, guy's got lots of stuff going on. So
yeah, that's cool if you want to go hang out with your other Hollywood buddies. I mean,
okay, yeah, no, he'll be here in just a second. He got chinged up, a little bit. So all good.
You know, he's probably like, God, I gotta do this fucking stupid thing.
No. I didn't want to add him. I know what he's doing. It's an absolutely great reason.
I know that's fine. It was just funny. Like I could imagine it, dude, because I hate doing shit that I like promised I'd do, and then I'm like, fuck, I didn't really want to do that. I don't know why I agreed to it. And then the day comes that you have to do it. You're like, can I just get like a rain check?
Which is fine. Yeah, no, it'll be good.
Someone said ask him what the P stands for. Probably Peter.
Philip.
Yeah. Is it Philip?
Philip? No, I actually don't know. Maybe Mike knows. Mike White and him are friends. He could don't add him his middle name. You don't have to do that. It's fine. We don't need to know. It's one of those things. That's the first question. You're like, hey, what's your middle name? What's it stand for? I need to know. Tell me. Tell me now. Man, Mike J. Hogg reveal. Yeah, I mean, it's been on the Patreon. It's like when you join Patreon or YouTube members only, it's just our dicks fighting.
Yep.
So that's
it's an amazing. You should sign up and see that for yourself.
Yeah, you gotta find out. There's no false advertising going on here. None whatsoever. None at all.
Chaz is getting impatient. Where the fuck is this guy?
Did you? So I'm going to West Virginia tomorrow, right? And I'm definitely going to take a picture with Mothman's butthole because I don't know if you guys know this. There's a statue of Mothman.
Wide and spooky.
Yeah, dude. It's right in the middle of Point Pleasant where the Mothman did his stuff.
I've watched Adam the Woo. Thank you. I know.
Oh, okay. Excuse me.
I've seen it.
Sorry. Yeah, I won't be breaking any new news. But I
Adam the Woo. I've seen it
there. May try to film some stuff.
Adam the Woo is a goddamn pioneer out there in vlog world.
I've never seen her stuff. I don't know.
Well, she's great, but she's also a man. So,
well, wonderful for her.
No, I've always wanted to go. It does look like a cool time.
Yeah, dude, we should go back. They have like a festival. They have like a whole Mothman festival that we should go back for. So I'm looking forward to it. And we're going to an asylum. There's an asylum up there, and there's also there's a thing where like old people at a nursing home do the Thriller dance, which is just gonna be uncomfortable. Probably
is it like a competition, like who breaks the hit first?
I don't know. I was like, this is way too on the nose.
Like, that sounds like
you guys have great makeup, and they're like, what are you talking about? I'm not wearing any makeup. It's like,
it's like, yeah, what'd you do your trip to West Virginia at the fucking Mothman town? Was like, I watched some old people do the Thriller dance. It was crazy. Nothing was going on, but I just watched some old people slide across the floor, and one of them broke a hip, but we didn't expect that one, so I lost the bet. FanDuel was not covering it.
Yeah, dude, it's gonna be.
By the way, that's what I was talking about earlier. The reason why I was talking about April and the whole thing with the Eagles, and I don't follow my team, but she learned that you can watch the games because we're not paying for NFL ticket because it's too expensive. It's just it's an insane amount of money to watch all the games. So some guy at the vape shop told us that you can watch the games on your phone if you sign up for FanDuel, and all you gotta do is bet like 10 cents or some shit.
Could she actually see the live action?
Yeah,
of the game,
she literally
like
watched
a ticker.
No, she watched the entire game.
That's such an expert life
yeah,
hack.
Dude. I know it's a life hack. It's amazing.
That's insane. So if any of you guys don't know that, if you want to watch the NFL games, just like make like a $4 bet on FanDuel, and then apparently you can watch the games live via the app.
You can bet a dime. You don't have to, and like I think they have a sign-up bonus. Like they give you some extra coin to play with.
I've done it. I've literally used my wife and my children's social security cards to open up new accounts to get the new sign-in bonuses. So, just kidding. Well, the past 2 weeks, Eric, yes, the past 2 weeks they have. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
What's y'all's record? What's y'all's record right now?
2-1-1.
You got a draw?
Yeah, that's why I already said you never listen.
I was.
I tell you that you don't listen to me.
Then I guess that's why I was uninvited from the ar.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. That's why it was deep.
I got to work on my listening skills. You got to start working on your PMSing. That's
not going to hear me. Yeah, I don't have a PMS. All right, this is just me. This is me, like the song says from the.
You were born this way. I know.
I was. Maybe it's Maybelline. Maybe I am constantly on my period. Who knows?
I just do. The ties are like so rare. Like to have that number on the record, it's so weird. Like how does that happen? They have to go like 18 overtimes. No, it's not like college, because college football, someone has to win.
No, they tried to make it better because like they were like, okay, so if you go to overtime, if the first team scores, they'll at least give the other team a chance to score. But in this case, the first team kicked the field goal and the Packers ran out of time. They had 1 second left. So instead of going for the touchdown, they just kicked the field goal. Tie it. And I went to bed on my birthday upset, way too drunk, and angry at the world.
Okay, so I was wrong. So college is actually stupid.
No, college is great. College
because they give you a chance to score. I don't like that. I think the first person to score makes sense. That could end the game.
Because then the whole game relies on a coin toss, and that's dumb as shit. Like
just lose a game, get good, and stop them from scoring.
Well, sure, but in college they give each team the ball at the 25. And they let them each do dueling scores. And then if it goes 2 more overtimes, if both teams score, then they make them start going for 2s. So you have to score and then you have to go for 2. And that shit works. That shit's cool. When
someone said, get rid of the clock, or X said, just get rid of the clock. Well, that would be forever. That would be literally forever. Like, how would you not, like, how would you win? So I guess we'll just be here and beat the shit out of each other until they all die.
Yeah, that's right. They should not have the clock. It should be whoever scores a touchdown. And then, because then what if they keep doing touchdowns?
That's what I'm saying. Like you can't just have the clock.
And they're also worried about TV. They're worried about making sure they get the news on right after that and all that shit like that. So I have heard from Mike. Mike is still coming, guys. So hang tight onto your buttonholes. We weren't lying.
Clickbait fuckers, dude. Next up at 11. And by the way, Mike actually did hang out with 3C at that Texas convention, and he is apparently coming on the show
next Tuesday.
And then, but now it's never going to be believed because like Mike didn't even hang out with that
guy. Yeah, I think he confirmed it. It's okay, he confirmed it. Yeah, no, 3C should be on the show next Tuesday. That'll be fun.
Eric says field goals shouldn't count. I mean,
yeah, you're right. They should have to go for touchdowns. That would fix it. I feel.
Well, like the 2 point. Well, they do have the option to do. It's a 2 point conversion. They do have the option.
What are you talking about?
Oh, the field, like, oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, like not a 3-point.
The 3-point, yeah. Well,
but the other thing, you know what I mean?
Well, that's boring though, because I mean, there's been a lot of moments that are like extremely dramatic when it's been all down to a fucking field goal, and it's like a 54-yard field goal.
Well, so here's the thing though, and this is what changed everything too. This year they started letting the kickers bring in worn footballs that they've like kicked on and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So now kickers are kicking like 61-yard field goals like it's nothing. So people are kicking really long field goals. So like you really can't. It kind of changed the game. Changed everything, the way that it works.
Kyle says 3C Films is dope as fuck.
Yeah, he's a nice guy too. He's a really nice guy, really good in bed.
Gentle kisser.
That's how I test anybody that we're gonna have on the show. It's like, well, will you sleep with me? And then
laces out, Dad.
I'm
in Cycleville, and Einhorn's the mayor.
Oh, dude, I really do miss Ace Ventura. I miss Jim Carrey movies. Nothing would make me happier if he just came out and started doing just the same old shit he used to do. You know what I mean? And by the way, we have a special guest has shown. What's
Sorry,
up,
guys.
Mike?
Hey, man.
No worries, dude. No worries. I wasn't gonna like out you. I was like, trust me, guys. He has a good. I didn't want to like say what you were doing, but I was like, he has a good reason.
I was we're clickbaiting the fuck out of people.
Oh man, no, it's it's one of those after school activity nights that goes late and just getting the little one to bed, and which he did fine. It's just they want to do so much stuff like when they're supposed to be going to bed. So
dude, it's always when you have something to do. They're like, hey, you know what? I really love you an extra lot tonight, and you're like, damn it. I got one in dance, and then I have a high schooler, so totally get it, man. It's nonstop. It's crazy.
Yes.
Speaking of which, you are doing an insane amount of stuff. Like,
yeah, it's been a busy year,
dude. Like an insane amount of stuff. Like, so you're doing and I don't think I'm saying anything that's not known, but Titan, right? It's Snake Movie. I'm guessing that's what I'm understanding.
Yep. Right now we're calling it Snake Movie. It's been called Titan for a very long time as sort of a we'll call it the placeholder title. But yeah, right now we're all referring to it as the Big Snake Movie.
That's a good name. It's a hell of a name. I like it.
Yeah. Dude.
Which that name will eventually be revealed here sooner rather than later. But we're
just call it Snake Movie.
Yeah, exactly.
Honestly, depending on the tone, that could work. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Did you guys know Anaconda was coming out like with a remake when you started that, or was that like a?
So funny story. Yes, I signed on to this project, and when I was working on that, I was working with a producer by the name of Alex Gino, who works at Platinum Dunes, and was doing the new Anaconda with Sony. And so he was like, "Oh, so what have you been working on lately?" And because we had a project together, actually we still do, that we're still trying to get made. And I was like, "Oh, I got this Snake Movie with Constantine." He goes, "Oh, you do know that we're doing Anaconda?" And I was like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Okay, cool." And he goes, so what's yours about? And so we traded notes and everything. He goes, "Okay, so I think it's safe to say that our movies are very different."
Oh, okay.
And yeah.
You guys are going to focus more on the horror aspect of it?
Yeah. That was one of the things that like I went into that project telling the producers and Constantine and so forth. I was just like, I never thought I would do a big Snake movie. I just that wasn't on the top of my list, but I did really want to. And I think we talked about this at actually one of the first shows I was on with you guys, was that I've always wanted to do a creature film.
Yes.
Yeah.
I do remember you saying that. Yeah.
And this was sort of like, okay, maybe this is my window to try something. And maybe can I take the challenge of actually trying to make a serious, actually scary big snake movie? And I thought to myself, yeah, I can do that. Like, that sounds like a lot of fun. I don't know if anybody's ever really done it. Like, I guess you could say Anaconda was like, the original was kind of like, yes, it was a little tongue in cheek, but it was also a horror film.
Yeah,
the new Anaconda.
Hilarious.
Yeah, but it was also hilarious.
The John Voight wink.
Yeah, dude.
It's crazy.
Dude, an inspiration. Like that was actually an inspiration for, like, when I was doing my short for the Domestics back in 2013. I had my actor who got stabbed in the face, like with the thing. I made sure I was like, but you got to do one more thing for him. And he goes, what's that? He goes, after you get stabbed, I need you to move your eye and look at the guy who stabbed you, like, even though I know you're already dead. And he goes, why? I'm like, John Voight.
John Voight. That's it.
That's awesome.
And he knew exactly what it meant. So it was, again, huge. You know, obviously that movie means a lot to me. It meant a lot to me growing up and everything like that. But I was just like, gosh, all these movies about a giant snake are all kind of like very tongue in cheek, or it's just like, you know, a bunch of girls in tight clothes running around getting eaten by snakes, or yeah. And I was just like, can I try to make one that's grounded? I was like, nobody's saying I can't. And when I pitched the idea for like trying to do like one that could feel real, everybody was on board for it, and Lionsgate liked it, and here we are.
Hell yeah, dude. I literally would have thought the exact same thing. My first, like, we love dumb, you know, silly horror movies and stuff like that, but I probably would go this. I'd be like, yeah, but like, what if
he hasn't even released it yet? You're calling it dumb? What are you doing?
Oh no, yeah. Specifically, his movie's terrible.
No,
I've seen it. It's awful. You know what I mean? Like, I literally would have. That would have been my go-to as well. Like, let's try to make it serious. Like, because, and I know you probably can't reveal too much about that, obviously, because it's so early in the stages of it or whatever. But a lot of stuff is so CG driven nowadays. Like, even when you saw the Anaconda trailer, like, I don't know if you could we were watching that, literally watching the trailer for it, thinking like, how's the snake look? Can you tell it's CG? Like, is it, you know, I don't know if you could say anything about what you guys are doing with the snake physically, but
all I'm gonna say is I am extremely proud of what we did with this thing. Like, it took a lot of extra elbow grease to get it to where it's at, for sure.
Sweet.
But yeah, I am psyched, and we did a handful of fun tricks to make this thing.
Do you have a Samuel L. Jackson type character at all?
I know you're.
He said it was serious.
I know it's serious. But it would be funny just to have him, like, it just as a cameo, not like Samuel L. Jackson, but just a character like that.
Yeah, well, you'll have to see. You'll have to see.
Dude, so obviously we have a lot of stuff we have to ask you about, because you have so much stuff going on, which, by the way, I didn't even say this. Thank you so much for taking the time.
Oh, yeah.
I know we hung out before.
Thank you, dude.
But having you on right now, when you've got, like, it seems like every other week I see your name on something popping up, and it's awesome. I get stoked every single time for you. And by the way, we always got to shout out Mike White, our buddy Mike White, for
Mike White, man.
Yeah, used to shoot stuff with you all the time back in the day, and our good friend, one of the sweetest people I know in my entire life, and it's part of the reason that we're sitting here right now talking to you. So, but we do got to start with Sweet Revenge, because I have so many fucking questions about Sweet Revenge, and I know that you watched, like, because you texted me after, like, I know that you saw our reaction, so you probably already know, like, everything we're gonna ask.
That's fine. It's all good, man. That's why we're here.
Yeah, like, just straight into it. Like, is Eve dead? Like, what happened when she went under the lake and came back looking way more My Chemical Romance than when she went under? And then obviously takes the knife to the gut, and obviously faces off against Jason. We don't know what happened. So whatever you can say about what was going on there.
You know, for me, it was, I wanted, my approach to this story was, I wanted to, without going into what happened or could have happened to Jason when he was younger, and what we'll say transformation happened to him. Look, I'm going to go on a couple little tangents and circles here to describe this, because there's some reasons why I chose to go this route. First of all, there are so many different opinions on what has happened and how Jason became Jason. Obviously, with the exception of, what was it, like part 6 or whatever, where he comes back, like, he technically is now technically zombie Jason.
Yeah.
But but again, like, you know, there's essays like online about all this stuff, and like people like, well, you know, I think that, you know, he never drowned, and that he got raised in a cabin in the woods, and he grew up to be a big hulking guy, and it was his mom and him going out in the woods and getting revenge, and that was what part 1 was. And I was like, really? Because I always thought it was like, I thought it was just his mom. And to me, that was so much cooler and against type. So I was like, okay. Of course, when he comes back and he's in 2 and 3 and everything like that, you're kind of like, well, but I thought he drowned. And therein opened up the door to a lot of questions in fandom, which was, well, has he always been dead? And he's and is there been enough? Was there enough for him to come back to get revenge for them killing his mom for what they did to him? And is that just his sole purpose? Is just to, like, again, murder people who have wronged him, murder people on Crystal Lake? So for me, and again, this gives a little bit of a nod to what I was trying to do in my VHS segment, which is I always felt, now this could just be me and nobody else has this perspective, but it sounds like there's a lot of different perspectives out there. I honestly do feel like there's something going on with Crystal Lake. And to me, I wanted to take a character. Now we had 13 minutes, so it wasn't a lot of time, but I kind of wanted to create this short nod to, like, what would it have been like if Jason drowned, he got up out of that water, let's just say 4 hours later, like Eve did, and was like, oh my God, what is wrong with me? And then he starts to realize, like Eve does. Now, we obviously truncated this into this very, very short amount of time, but I kind of wanted to do this, like, little bit of a body horror thing where it's like, why do I feel this way? Why do I look this way? What is going on? You're still experiencing the horror. You still feel like yourself. But over the course of the movie, the very short movie, she then starts to pick up what she's capable of, and that she can pull a machete out of her gut and she's still okay. Wait a second. There's something going on here. And then again, she's given a chance to me, and again, like where I stand, which is Jason's given a chance to go after anybody who's ever wronged him or was ever involved with wronging him until the end of time. That's how I see Eve is in a very similar situation right now, where now she's like, oh, I can do this. And that's why she stabs her friend in the face.
Yeah, I love that. Well, I was going to say, like, that was the initial reaction I had when I was watching it. I was like, it felt like you were focusing on rather the Jason Voorhees character being supernatural, that the place itself is a supernatural entity alone, and that is infecting the people that are on the grounds or something, and I noticed that right away, and I was like, that's a cool way of doing it, because it had never really been done. Because everyone, like a lot of directors have, when they've tackled Jason, they're always like, well, how do we explain the supernatural element to him or whatnot? And they always just go to, the zombie Jason. They usually rely on that. But to have the actual Crystal Lake be this cursed ground that just infects things that walk on it, and then because I felt like when I was watching it, I felt like Eve was taking on the spirit, or at least in my opinion, but Pamela Voorhees, like she was becoming what Pamela Voorhees became, because she was infected by this place for this desire for revenge and to hurt. That, I don't.
Yeah, if it could happen to him, maybe that's what happened to her as well.
Well, and that's, again, that was sort of my take on this was, she's, for lack of a better term, infected or dead. Like, again, like Jason is, who's unstoppable. You can't kill him. And she gets her chance, and we'll just say the lake gives her that opportunity. And to me, it's like, when I look back at the old movies, and I love, obviously, part one has a special place in your heart because it's kind of where it all started, and there's just such a charm to it. And then, but for me, 4 and 7, 4 is like the pinnacle, and 7 is like the, wait a second, you can have some weirdness going on in these movies. You have the telekinesis.
Jean Grey from the X-Men. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And not to say that has anything to do with Crystal Lake, but I was like, if in this world, because again, I wanted this movie to feel like it could just be a part of, again, for lack of a better term, this Jason universe.
Yes.
Like it does
The
like,
universe.
yes, that there are things that can happen, and there are things that can happen that we don't have to fully explain, but could this be?
Mhm.
And because the series has done that so well throughout, and the producers, I met a handful of the people who have been involved with the Jason films, and they've been very, very keen about keeping the secrets, and who knows, maybe they don't know. I honestly, they didn't tell me much. You don't know, and I think that's what's really special about the series is there's a lot of things up in the air that I think the fans fill in the blanks, and I think that's really, really cool, and a cool thing that the franchise allows for.
100%.
So yeah, so
I get that, man. Halloween's the same way. It's like you love the fact that they bring up new ideas, and you almost don't want to know the entire truth.
that's exactly it. Yes.
Yeah, it's just keep us hanging on a little bit. And obviously they run into dead ends, and then Michael impregnated his niece, and you're like, whoa, I think we've gone too far. You've had too much to drink. The goddamn room. But like I get that. And actually, dude, that's so weird because I never thought about it that way. If you just kind of make the lake this mysterious thing, it could be the explanation, yet not the explanation for everything. From the telekinesis to Jason to whatever, it all centers to something, but we still don't know quite yet what it is. I love that.
Crystal Lake is as much a part of the Friday the 13th movies as Jason is. Like when you think of it, like you can't not pass. Like we actually live by a Crystal Lake. Like there's Crystal Lakes everywhere, just like there's an Elm Street in every fucking town.
Right.
There's a Crystal Lake. There's a Crystal Lake, and it like I maybe every state at least. I know that we have one that's a mile from us. And so whenever I drive by it, you always see the sign for Crystal Lake. You're just like, there it is. Like, you drive by the sign on the road going down 35W, Crystal Lake Road. You're like, you can't help but see a hockey mask, or think of any one of any scene in a movie. So yeah, for me, that's what it was. It was creating, using the place as something that was important, just as much as our lovable boy.
I love that. So now thinking that, one question I have, when it ends at the end, right? So we pretty much got that covered. And then at the end, right at the last second of it, she looks at him, and she almost kind of smirks a little bit, and he's standing there looking badass. And then she kind of, to me, she goes kind of to the right a little bit. If that felt like an intentional thing, like she didn't go directly at him, but she did go a little bit to the right. That may have been intentional, it may not have been, but I'm thinking, and maybe you can answer this, maybe you can't or whatever, but as far as a follow-up to this goes, where this goes afterwards. So this is like a multi-tiered question, but is there any hope, whether it's in another Vignetti? I don't know how to say the word. I've been yelled at.
Vignette.
Yeah. It just makes me hungry. It sounds like
did you say Vignetti?
Yeah, I did.
That sounds like an Italian dish.
That sounds like or like some mobster, man. Like,
dude, and I was so angry, like, so when they first announced this, because I saw like the first part of it, and I was like, and I Lord knows I've given them so much crap in the Universe about all this stuff, but like when I saw that, I got so excited. Then I saw your name, and then I got really excited, and then they were like Angry Orchard, and I was like, what the fuck are we doing? And I got so angry. But so aside from not being able to pronounce that word, is there any hope of, like, I don't know, another one of those, maybe a series of these? I know it's an Angry Orchard tie-in. Do you think that there's any of these characters who could possibly be used in the future? Is there a future for what happens after this? I guess is the simplest way to put my really loaded
Depends
question.
on how many people drink Angry Orchard.
Fully loaded. Yeah.
It's a really good question. Look, I mean, I went in doing this short as I wanted to start a new storyline, or at least part of one, to provide a what if. It was always my intention to want to explore this further, and yes, I absolutely have ideas and where I would take this, whether Jason Universe wants to do anything with that afterwards, wants to continue it in short form and then do their features and the TV shows, or they want to continue on with the feature. That is something I don't know the answer to. But I can say for myself, like, look, if the story of Eve, if they want that to continue, like, I have places where it could go, and it's both really exciting. It has we'll say there's. I was explaining this to Robbie Barsamian, one of the producers on it, the own the franchise basically, and that there's with this Eve story, there's almost a little bit of a Terminator vibe.
Mm-hmm.
I always imagined how fun. We're so used to Jason, just like Jason killing people. One person's left over. He has to go for them. They win, or do they? Like that's kind of every story. Honestly, why can't we give without telling us more about Jason, like the Texas Chainsaw movies did, and like what the Halloween movies tried to do, with still keeping Jason mysterious and without answering too many questions? Can we get a new angle on possibly what could have happened, but through the eyes or through the eyes of another character like Eve? And what does Jason do when there is somebody else like him? That to me was a kind of a fun thing to play with. And there was a lot of, to me, there's some really interesting opportunities in, again, whether it's another short or shorts or something longer, to explore that side. And it's not like, they become buddies and like they're hanging out, drinking orchies or something like that.
Karate in the garage.
I don't think that's the angle. I think, to me, I like the idea of, it's like this, first of all, for Eve, it's a discovery. I'd love to explore that. Like, what the hell can I do with myself? I love the fact that, she leaves a body count just like he does. Like, and she can't control what she doesn't know how to use yet. And then, it's not, again, it's not a love story, but is it like more like, wait, you're like me, maybe I should look out for you, or maybe I should protect you. And then again, what is so classic about the Jason story is he's come back. They've murdered his mother. What happens when they try to take that one thing away from him again, that he has found or has needed to?
Sorry, Mike. Sorry, I got a. There's an animatronic behind me, and when the dogs hit it, it goes off. So that's totally rude on the part of that.
I was totally invested.
Dude, by the way, love the decorations. The decorations are top notch.
I should have turned that bitch off before we did this, but
you're good. Anyway, like, again, like, if we're thinking about going back to the roots of Jason without having to like literally go back to the roots of Jason and retell the story again and kind of do what the 09 film did, why can't we get a different perspective? Why can't we put Jason through what he went through to begin with, which was, you killed my mom. That she's my mom. Like, that's everything. I was mama's boy. What if when he finds the person who, or the thing that's like him, what if that person is taken away from him? It opens up a whole other fucking can of worms. And now he's like, I have another reason to fuck shit up again. And now you're like, okay. And if we give that space in a story like that, for that sort of, for lack of a better term, blossom, and you're like, okay, now I want to see him mess some more stuff up, because I think if there's another Jason thing, like, let's add just another drop of originality to it, and just not do the same thing again.
Inspiration.
That's me personally, and that's what I like to do. Like, if I'm going to take on an IP, and it's a very similar thing that I did with Silent Night. It's the same thing that I did with Wrong Turn. And you look, I'm fully aware that people love that, and some people absolutely fucking despise that. But as a filmmaker and as a storyteller, like that to me is something that I have to get excited about, to go in and dig deep and really find what that is.
You would definitely 100% be on board if they gave you the opportunity to do a full feature-length film. You obviously are a fan and you love it.
Yeah.
You want to keep the core of the character there, but you want to explore different ideas around the legend of Jason Voorhees. And I feel like that's amazing. That's awesome. Yeah, that's exactly what it needs.
I would love to, but again, just to be clear, I would love to do that, but while maintaining that mystery, because again, that's why those movies work so well, and we'll at least put in the first 7 do that so incredibly well. Even Jason Goes to Hell did something unique. Now you can say what you want about the movie, like I can't say that I'm a huge fan of that movie, but what I do appreciate was there was a filmmaker who said, what if? And honestly, I think when you're given a chance to work with such a cool IP in a cool story, that's very simple, like that hasn't answered a lot of questions. First of all, don't answer all the questions, and then also, what else can you play with in that world? And
dude, that is so important in what you just said, though, because it's like because they've done this before with other iconic characters, like in the Michael Myers situation, when they want to reveal too much of his background and like, well, this is why he is what he is, and like, well, that's like a magician revealing the trick. Yeah. I mean, that's where it kind of ruins it a little bit. But the fact that you're saying, like, I want to keep it mysterious, I want to keep that core there, that's perfect. That's exactly what it needs.
You know, also Jay's laundry's done. I don't know if anybody heard that, but Jay's laundry is done.
Yes, it's done.
Man, you guys are batting 1,000 tonight, man. Between the ghosts and the laundry machines.
I have the doors closed, and I'm surprised that you can hear that. But yes.
Oh boy.
But you know what it reminds me of, and I know Jay will know what I'm talking about. I don't know if you ever play this, Mike, but like in Halo, the whole idea of the original movie, I think there was a Peter Jackson movie that they were going to do, and it wasn't going to make Master. This is kind of dorky, but like they weren't going to make Master Chief the main character. He was going to be on the outside of the main character. So you were going to be seeing it through the main character's eyes, but then you were going to have the main Halo character showing up on screen through their eyes. And that's kind of what I thought of when you were talking about with Eve and whatever. So that makes sense to me. By the way, she's a badass. Like I really liked her in that short, like dude, as an actress.
Ali Ionides is the real deal. Like she I mean when our producer, when Chad Villella like mentioned like, hey, what do you think of Ali? And I absolutely love Johannes's segment in 99, the suicide bid. It is one of the few. Now again, a lot of great segments in the VHS catalog, but like it is one of the few that legitimately I was just like, oh God, I can't, this is tough. You know, so many of them are so focused on like, how can we make something just super disturbing and gory? Or, you know what I mean? He actually like legitimately got under my skin and I thought made one of like the more Twilight Zone-y episodes of the series, which I just absolutely loved. And yeah, she was great in that, and I was like, oh my God, yeah, like let's see if she'd be interested. Of course she was very excited, and we had a lot of great phone calls and discussions, and you know, gave her a whole bunch of backstory, which of course never really made it on screen, but just so she had something to play with, and
you could sense that it was there.
And we just ran with it, and again just had some fun and kept pinching ourselves and shaking our heads and wondering, damn, we get to play in this sandbox today. That's pretty neat.
Yeah, dude.
Mike, I got a burning question that you need to answer though. If you don't want to, that's cool, but
yeah.
Do you like Angry Orchard?
Drink it right now. Drink it on. Chug an entire Angry Orchard right now. Prove it. Does he have one? Oh, he's gonna do it. He's gonna do it. Guys, you need it. Nice.
Hell yeah! Oh, you got one, dude. Fuck yeah!
Hell yeah! That's where they all are. That's where they all are. I couldn't find one.
Yeah, dude, they're sold out. Like I couldn't find. Holy shit, that's awesome.
Yeah. So funny story about this. So after we did it, and they were talking about they were going to release it, and I was like, gosh, I wonder when they are, because I at least want to get a pack, just like hang on to one, because just like, I mean,
100%, yeah.
The liquor store down the street called the Hy-Vee, and they're like, oh yeah, we just got a whole bunch in. I was like, holy crap! So I went.
Those went like fucking fast, dude. We couldn't find any of them. Like they were
seriously.
Gone. Yeah, they were sold out. Like Kroger, Walmart, all the big ones. Like they didn't have anything. Yeah.
Well, I can tell you right now that the doing that team up was actually really interesting, because I remember very specifically, when we were on the calls with everybody, and the one thing that everybody really agreed on was that, and I know that everybody was really scared about this, and look, I know that some people very strongly disagree with my opinion here, but there was a big push from me and from Jason Universe, and honestly, even Angry Orchard. They did not want to make a commercial, which was a huge deal for all of us. Like, yes, Eve is going to be drinking an Angry Orchard instead of a Bud Light.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I mean, any other movie, it's going to be a beer that I make up the name for, and that's what the characters are going to drink.
Yeah.
Or we're gonna be able to get a brand. Like, I mean, gosh, in Wrong Turn, I had everybody drinking Blatz and Old Milwaukee. Yeah. You know what I mean? So, and
I think we were all waiting for like a character to get stabbed and then be like, it's so refreshing.
Yeah, dude, like a Truman show. It's like, who the hell are you talking to?
Yeah. Yeah. And I will say what was nice and what was cool about working with Angry Orchard with this was, they, as much as we did, wanted it to just be like a little movie. They were like, we don't need it to be like featured in every shot. We don't need the pullout of the, like, we don't need you to like get a shot of the case of it as we walk up to, we shot some stuff that, we all agreed ended up not using, because it just did. It felt like, well, there's an Angry Orchard. Let's not use that, because we wanted it to be more about it being a short film, than a commercial, because Angry Orchard fully understood. They were like, dude, we get to use this movie like to like help like our brand, like absolutely. Good. That's all we need. We all we need is Jason. We need some, and the fact that they were so cool about just like, oh yeah, it should be violent. It's a Jason movie. And
dude, that's like, what I was gonna say. Like, you were like, the gore was so fucking good. Especially the motorboat, like the motorboat engine. I was like, oh my lord, dude, that motorboat.
It just made me laugh when you said motorboat. I love the motorboat.
So they let you do this shit. I was like, but there's no way that anybody could like watch this and be like, it's a commercial. Like, it was done so fantastic. There's no way that you could be like, oh, this is supposed to be a commercial for Angry Orchard. It was so fucking awesome, dude. Like, it was so cool that they let you do that. It was awesome.
Yeah. And I mean, and that was the cool thing was, we all understood the assignment, and we, for the most part, all on the same page of just, first and foremost, let's make a Jason movie. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's what we're gonna do, and so that's what we did. And one of the things that I kind of brought to it was like, maybe instead of like all this product placement, what if we look? Her name is fucking Eve. We have apples. It's like the wink and nod to like Genesis and starting over and like the first final girl and like this new chapter of a story. I mean, that was part of the whole thing. Like, I was just like that. If we're doing Angry Orchard, I'm gonna do something with apples. If we use apples, we use some sort of iconography that way. Maybe that will help us, and that we don't have to always wave this around all the time. Like, we get it, you know what I mean? And it becomes part of it becomes part of the identity of the piece. And so instead of just, again, product placement, and there's one apple in the background because it's Angry Orchard. Let's play into it. Let's have some fun with this. And that's where Apple Slicer came in, which was a whole
almost almost got the full thing. Like,
Yeah.
I know you wanted to like see what happened when he fully pressed
dude,
that apple slicer down.
So good.
I tell you what, if we had just a little bit more time, man, to see that extrude through the top of
Dude,
that was
my butthole clenched a little bit. I was like,
Ouch,
oh
ouch,
my
on my
lord.
you know?
Yeah, but dude,
Dude.
it's crazy too to think though. Like it, what 2009 was the last like big production behind a Jason film or anything like that. And then have you guys? That was amazing, and that was cool as fuck to know that Angry Orchard was so behind the project. They're like, hey, just do it, great Jason.
Yeah, they were just like,
great Jason.
they were like, here, literally, here's some money, go make them.
That's so good.
I mean, you got to respect that. And I mean, those guys were incredibly kind, and they were so on board with like the creative vision. And you know, they
seem to let you roll pretty well with like what you wanted to do.
Yeah, they were actually really good partners. So
somebody did ask that. They were one of the super chats earlier was asked, so I'm kind of asking for them, but they're like, did Angry Orchard say like, hey, you can't do this, or anything like that? You kind of answered that, but also when it came to the Jason universe, because and there's all the all the rights. I always say that the franchise has been in court kicking each other in the dick for so long. It's like kind of like my go-to for what they've been doing. But like, was there anything between Angry Orchard or the Jason universe or the Horror Inc. and all that stuff? I know it's under the universe and umbrella right now, but was there anything they were like, okay, you can't say this, or you can't show this, or you can't mention this? Was there any parameters as far as that stuff goes?
Not really, honestly. One of the only notes we got from Angry Orchard, and this was not even an Angry Orchard note. I think it's like a legal like a thing to do with like booze and liquor and advertisement. Is you couldn't kill somebody with an Angry Orchard.
Yeah, dude.
That's wild, because I think I almost expected someone to die by Angry Orchard.
You can't use the Angry Orchard bottle to like do something really wild with it.
Yeah. No, that was actually, I think that was really one of their only rules, was you can't do that, but it was like a weird legal thing that was brought up, and I was like, okay. Now, funny enough, I didn't even think or have that in the idea. So when they said it, I was kind of like, damn, but I was like, well,
I wasn't thinking that, Jim.
That's
but
easy.
Thank you.
Yeah. Now I kind of want to, but
you want to because you can't.
Yeah, exactly, 100%. Last question about the lake.
Yeah,
in your mind, because I know what a big horror fan you are, like obviously, but in your mind, the whole Deadite connection, Evil Dead to Friday the 13th. Because she's kind of, like, if you look at it that way, she's kind of possessed. She's kind of not. We don't really know what happened other than that, but there's always been a Friday the 13th Evil Dead link. In your brain, is that there anywhere while you're writing this?
I don't, honestly, I don't connect. That is a very, I mean, I know that is a fan theory. I personally have never in my brain made the connection when I think of those two movies, so I can't say that was a connection at all when I was going through it. I just, again, I've always thought that like there's got to be something in the water. And that is definitely not a Cabin Fever reference. No, I just and yeah. So there's always been that thought that I've had that vengeance is a powerful fucking thing, and if you want it bad enough, is there something there that allows for it?
Maybe I could be wrong, by the way, but I noticed that Eve, and again, I don't make movies, but it did seem like she was changing after she came out of the water, like the makeup, like she looked more and more dead.
Yep.
And
exactly it.
So that was an intentional choice, and I noticed that. And at the very end of the short, she was full on like zombified looking. So so that was
which again, and I have to say this too. Eve's design not only was a wink and a nod to Annie from the first movie, but also Christy Swanson's Samantha in Deadly Friend.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Jay has
So
history with Christy Swanson.
her design is loosely based on we'll call it Robot or Dead Samantha from that movie, which I have a place in my heart for.
Oh yeah, well, it looked great.
Nice,
it was
dude.
awesome. I noticed that too. I clocked it. I was like, that's because the subtle change from scene to scene, like she was becoming more and more immersed or like infected by this place. I don't know. I just picked up on this and I was like, that's crazy. That's cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it was interesting too, because like there were days where we were just flying, because again, like there was a lot to do in this one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff, and to get it done right, it takes time. And so we were flying some days, and I remember there was some stuff where like, crap, we need to get this pickup, but she's not in the right level of makeup. And so it was just like a quick like like you couldn't change it. So you had to go in, you had to shoot it, you had to adjust the lighting, you had to like, it was definitely a hassle, because we wanted to have that gradual shift. Couldn't always do it, but again, thanks a little bit of post work and a little bit of our makeup extraordinaires,
Full course,
Becky
yeah.
Ingram, who just was Ryan and Becky were just like in it the whole fucking time we were out there. They're just, I mean, from literally like taking Nicotero's mask design, like a drawing of it.
Oh yeah,
like not a schematic, a drawing.
Oh wow.
Like the one that
Jeez.
like was first released, taking that and then just saying, okay, we're gonna look at that picture and we're gonna make it the best we can. Like they were in it from start to finish, like always constantly like just trying to refine and make sure that it was like working on screen. And so I give those guys a lot of props. They went through it.
That's an excellent segue into what I was going to say, actually, because the mask was such a big deal, right? Like, and they showed it, and it was right about, I believe you guys released right after Comic-Con, when they I could be wrong about that, but when they showed the mask, and there's the fan reaction to the mask, and everybody's reaction to the mask or whatever. So you're wondering what it's going to look like, because it was a huge thing, dude. And before I say anything, by the way, just the amount of time you guys had to prep versus the amount of ideas behind this versus all the vitriol going on about what fans have gone through with the franchise. Like, before I even go any further, you guys fucking killed it. I think even like, amazing. Obviously everybody's got stuff to say about everything and this and that, but like for fans waiting to see, just like, it was just such a fucking like, all I want is Jason fucking Voorhees as a human, like on the screen, killing someone. For God's sake, can you give it to me, please? And you guys delivered that. And like, I'm sure you saw it when you saw our reaction. It was like, thank you, God. Yeah. Like that was so
released.
That could have been shit in so many ways, from the commercial aspect to like this or that, or the mask that we saw. So first off, you guys like absolutely just crushed it. We feel that way about it. But the mask itself, it's so hard to, like, when you're going through, like I tried to find it for this thumbnail, right? Like it's hard to find like a high res, like well lit version that comes from the short, even though there's so many great shots in that. So I guess you guys, what you say, you guys didn't have the full mask, is what you're saying.
We literally had to make our own based off of Nicotero's design. Yeah,
that's so cool.
Got it. So, and I was wondering that because everyone's like, well, the lighting's off, right? So, like, you're looking at it, doesn't look like the mask they showed. Of course, when it was showed, it was in the worst possible lighting. So it's like, well, maybe on screen it looks better, but like, you guys lit it, but it was lit dark. But it looks so much better in your short than it did with them, and that's kind of what I was going to ask about.
I mean, the mask. That's a huge part of. I mean, even when you look at the old movies, like, the way that he's presented in those films, like the mask just takes on its own persona, its own like,
it's like the Batman cowl. It has to be a certain way for people to like. I get it, no, 100%.
And so that was one of the things, was like, when the mask was going to be on screen, we wanted to make sure that, like, first of all, that he came across as like he was in darkness. There was always the shaft that kind of went, that shaft of light, or like this darkness that kind of went across him. And whenever it was how did I describe this when I was talking to Nick Junkersfeld, my DP? It was like, how can we show Jason, but like almost it's like reveal him, but also like keep him like shrouded, almost like you would like a cryptid. You know,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
exactly.
Like, just
Yeah.
to keep him like that still, again, like I keep coming back to like this mysterious figure.
Mhm.
And so that was sort of, again, when we photographed him, and honestly like how we edited the short, there was a lot of that in mind, where it was just like, you know, you get the jab down where he does this, and then she's screaming on the floor, and then we cut to him and he's already sort of like this, and you're like, there he is, there he is.
Yeah.
You know what I
I
mean?
like Cloverfield, you barely see him, and then you just want to see him. You know?
To me, and again, to me, with any kind of monster, God, do I get excited when the person behind any kind of monster movie does that, because they keep going.
Yeah.
And that, again, that was not only fun and challenging, but I think to me personally, like, that's what I prefer to see. That's how I prefer to see him, at least for this. And because again, like, this is just a taste. This is just a little thing to like say, like, look at here, he's back, he's still alive and well, everyone.
It kind of reminded me a lot of the Ryan Reynolds Deadpool test footage where he kind of dangled it out there, and he kind of was like, hey, this is what I'm capable of doing, and this is how I view the character, and I'm a fan. What you think? And that's exactly and obviously your dedication to it shows. It 100% glows through. And I love the fact that you're thinking of the Jason mask as being that important, because I was going to ask that, like, how important was it to get that lighting and that mask just right making
everything, like, and again, like, especially when so much of the majority of what we see of him is in that cabin in the short.
Yeah.
And as a small ass cabin. Not a lot of places to hide lights in there, but again, I got to give got to tip my hat to Nick and Dan, our gaffer, and like just what they were able to do in that small space, and just to create. And because I mean, like, every single shot that we were shooting, we were slightly adjusting, and kind of when we kind of came into this, we were like, we're going to try to make a setup. So, because we don't have a lot of time, we're going to try to make a setup that kind of works, that we, moving. We're just like, no, dude, we're just change. We just got to change it. We just got to change. We just got to make them look fucking cool, like, every way we possibly, like, whenever we change it.
That's the biggest thing. Yeah.
And that was, to us, that was, I mean, that took time, but we did it. And that's what you saw.
You killed it, man. You killed it,
dude.
You did a great job.
Well, I appreciate it. Honestly, it's been cool to hear, like, all the responses, honestly, both positive and negative. Like, it's just, you're gonna get it. It's kind of, it's
par for the course.
It's bound to happen. But I think what was neat about once the short came out, and hearing people's reactions was, again, it was kind of a relief for me that hearing a lot of the initial feedback or speculation of what people thought this was going to be, as opposed to what it ended up being. And I think, to me, it was good to hear that people were overall relieved that it wasn't just a commercial, that it wasn't a Jason drinks Angry Orchard. It was it was a real attempt at bringing him back for something that was R-rated in full glory. It was violent, and he was brutal as ever. And then, of course, like, where my angle kind of was we got to have all that, but when we also got to add that little sprinkle of something new in there, because otherwise, what the hell are we doing?
Exactly.
I could not imagine somebody shooting their 15-minute shot, which sounds like a sexual reference, and I apologize for that. I could not imagine someone shooting their shot for 13 minutes and adding as much in as you did. Like, not only did you just walk the line that you had to walk with what they were doing, but also brought Jason back to life for the first time in God knows how many years, and also managed to still add, like you said, that sprinkle of intrigue, and like, wait, what the fuck is I need to know now. Like, it was genius, dude. It's absolutely, and I hope to God, like, I don't know what your stance on this is, but I really hope that in some way, whether it's like we said, another short or eventually God willing, eventually they're going to announce a movie.
They will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They said they were going to, so hopefully, and I think I speak for not only myself, but at least a lot of people when I hope that your name's on it when they do. And if not that, at worst, I hope that they can take what you did and the ideas that you opened up and at the very worst, do maybe a graphic novel or something, just some way to continue that story so that we can see it. Because I think a lot of us are really interested in even where that goes. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And not many people could say that.
Look, that so am I. I'd love to keep exploring that. But and like I said, I have so much of it up here. And it you're gonna tell a story, tell the one that you love. You know what I mean? And there's been a lot of people who have told a lot of different Jason stories, both for the big screen, and for the web. Fan films as well. And to all those people who have made those kinds of movies, like I feel like that is kind of one of the most important things. Is you got to tell that story that is important to you as the filmmaker, and that makes sense to you, and that connects with you, because that's how it's gonna be the best, dude.
Yep.
Yeah, I think you crushed it, man. I think we were super, obviously, we were super happy with it, but also, and by the way, shout out to the boat propeller kill. It's
amazing.
One of the top Jason kills we've seen in a very, very long time. That was a great one. I don't know if there was any specific, because you had to do that in such a short amount of time, man. I don't know how you guys pulled that off.
Yeah, I still don't know how we did it. It was, again, every day by the skin of our teeth. We were making it out of there.
Was it fun though? Did you have like this burst of holy shit, our backs are against the walls, run and gun, let's get it, all this creative juice is flowing, let's do it.
Honestly, what was really cool about that was, it reminded me a lot of, the way that we had to shoot things, before we actually had a budget. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And yeah, we had a budget for this, sure, but we were still, with a few days, just had to we had to go, and you couldn't miss anything, and you had to make sure that the story was intact. We're dealing with lots of stunts. We're dealing with things that people can actually get hurt. So we got to make sure that it's taken care of. And luckily we have somebody like Skylar White, who not only could be an amazing Jason, but he could oversee and make sure that everybody was safe, and pull off the stunts and make them feel like they hurt. Yeah, I mean,
it had to be an experience though. I mean, it was
it again, like I said, it reminded me of, making movies with my buddies. Honestly, one of the things that I said at Comic-Con was, it was I grew up going up to my parents' lake place, the small little cabin on Long Lake in Wisconsin. And on the weekends we'd go up there in the summer, and once or twice a summer we would make these crummy little slasher films, which Mike was in, and he played the titular character of the Jason character, which was the Man in Orange. He's basically a guy in a bright orange hunting suit, almost looked like an escaped convict, but he put a motorcycle helmet on instead, and he just murdered a bunch of people at a house. And but those are the movies we made, and it was our attempt at doing we're just gonna make Friday the 13th ripoffs because that's fun.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, dude.
So it felt, in a way, it felt like a kind of bigger version of that, and just being able to play around, and we could kill somebody with a boat motor,
why not?
But not in the water. We've seen the kills in the water with a boat motor. You've seen him spit on your grave. Jason was killed at one point by a boat motor.
Yes.
I think I'm friends with John Malott, who did Becky, and obviously boat motor kill. But I was like, what about using it like Jason uses that big weed whacker saw in part 7,
which we never got to see. We never got to see him actually do it.
Right? I know they made the poor guy cut it, unfortunately. Which, I mean, nowadays that would who cares?
Yeah, exactly.
But, exactly. But again, that was sort of okay, I don't know if I've actually seen this before, and it was, we got the old Johnson, which again there were a lot of great jokes about that on set. Jason and his Johnson.
I wasn't gonna say anything, but you did, so here we are.
Yeah, and we rigged it up with and again, just kind of going behind the scenes, which is a lot of fun for me. The boat motor, we had to pull it, we pulled the engine out, we hooked the propeller on to this shaft that was on a drill, so it was all old school, very old school
practical
indie practical movie effects that we did.
You can see that.
And then we just had a guy off screen holding this drill,
and it looks so fucking good, and it looks so good. It's so good.
It was just old school movie magic, man. They would have done it in one of the originals, or just
And that's what it felt like. It felt like a classic scene, and that's what the originality and the truthness of what you were watching was so cool, because you were using stuff like practical effects to make those scenes happen, and that was awesome. That was an amazing thing to see. And,
guys, give this man $10 million. I don't know, 15, 20 minutes, whatever. Give this man the budget and give us an hour and 30-minute sweet revenge. We want it. I think everybody would throw a party if that was announced today. I think overall, obviously not everybody. I think the majority of people would love after seeing that scene.
Well, you can forget about the subreddits. Just don't.
Yeah, don't. Yeah,
those are weird.
You don't want to go there, but you know what I mean. I feel like the majority of fans would have something major to celebrate. So I hope they do that, and I really hope your name's attached to it. We do have, if you got time, we got a couple, some people in the crowd were asking some questions.
We'll master blast it. Yeah.
Hey, now you take it easy.
Well, I mean, it's from the NES game. The NES game, Master Blast.
But no, I'd be remiss not to ask about Silent Night, Deadly Night, because I'm pumped about that. Dude, I was at Fantastic Fest and I had to fly home. I didn't get to see the secret screening, which was Silent Night, Deadly Night. I would have been so stoked for that, but it's just whatever you want to say about making that movie with Rowan Campbell, who, by the way, got so much shit because the Corey character in Halloween. It's not his fault. He was still good in the movie, despite how people felt about the character. And then he was good in The Monkey too. But working with him, doing that, how much, if whatever you can say about it, my biggest question, I guess, from that would be how, because it's literally, it's released by the same company that released Terrifier, right? Unrated. They're gonna let it go. They're gonna let you do whatever you want to. That, and how close is it, would you say, to the original film? How much remake is it, and how much is it reimagination, if you can say?
It's I would say it's more reimagination, but with very very fun nods and very specific nods to the original that actually really help propel the story.
Hell yeah. I love it. I know that one thing I like going and watching the second one, just straight up the second one, because it really commits that awful sin of just recouping the first film. But you can get all the good stuff from the first film, but also have the hilarious stuff of the second film with Garbage Day and stuff like that.
It's true.
What about the tone? Are you guys, is it pure horror? Do you think that there's some comedy in there like the second one?
I don't know. I have a.
You don't have to say it.
I have a weird. Well, let's just be honest. I have a weird sense of humor, and I find things funny that some people do and some people don't. So I personally find the movie to be funny and fun, at times, where I'm just it just I'm tickled by it. But that's what made me when I pitched the idea, I was like, the original Silent Night, Deadly Night is also kind of a strange little really it's weird, because it's the original Silent Night, Deadly Night is a movie that is far more serious in subject matter than how it's executed.
It's a good way of putting it.
And I it's always been a weird one to wrap my head around, because I feel like it's hard to take some of the stuff that I am watching in there that I'm like, this is really messed up, but I can't really take it super seriously because I don't know what's going on here.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
I get that.
Exactly. Yeah.
This is just dark,
which is fine. And honestly, it's to be fair, it's kind of what's given it it's called status is because it's zany. It's like it's got its own, it's got such an interesting and weird tone to it. And I that's why people love it. And so for me, you know, not copying that at all, because I didn't want to just remake the movie that felt the same way or did the same things. I kind of wanted to give it my own. It's very off-kilter, strange tone, you know, that has a little bit of a love story and a little bit of like wink and a nod to the original. That's like, oh, wait a second, is this? Oh, okay. Oh, so that does, and then suddenly just open the floodgates to, wait a second, are you, what the, and then suddenly, yeah.
Oh yeah,
that sounds fucking awesome.
Again, as much as I just want to dive in and talk about all the fun stuff that we got to do in it, I want to keep it. I want to keep it as spoiler free as I can, because
for me, you just sold the shit out of it without saying much. So I love it. I'm super pumped for that, dude. It sounds fucking awesome. That's because that's what I think I wanted. I don't think anybody wants a straight up retread, but you don't want it to go too far. But yeah, you just sold it to me. Like, even if I, being honest, I'm more excited now than I was before. I was already excited. I was already jacked for it. But okay. So we'll go to some of you guys and see some of your questions for Mike. Jay, if you want to grab this from 1029, I'll let Robin ask the first question. And I'm just going to be honest, I really got to take a piss. It's just hurting. It's
God damn it. I had to go too. All right.
It hurts deep down inside of me. And Mike, if you need to piss, that's okay too. You are a human being.
My camera died too. On top of that.
That's look at that. Look at that. Jesus Christ. Maybe, maybe. I don't know how many Angry Orchards you had, but I may have had a few. Robin Barker says, for Mike Nelson, 5 films that made you a film fanatic and want to be a filmmaker. Love Sweet Revenge, and I hope you return for later Friday the 13th films.
Oh, thanks, dude. Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna list them off, like the films that have been super influential for me. American Graffiti, which it's honestly the movie that I remember since I've been alive, because that movie was always playing in our house growing up. So like since the age of 4 or 5, I've been obsessed with that movie. And as I've gotten older, I always find new things and new feelings that movie has created in me, because I mean, it's a coming of age movie. It's one night. It's about these 4 men making decisions in their lives. And so you're just like, and of course it's like on the edge of, it's in the hot rod culture, and it's cruising, and it's it's the hop, but the music is amazing, and yeah, and it's like one of the very first movies, at least at that time, that like decided we're not just going to follow one main character, we're going to give you 4, and that was bizarre for that time, but it really did something fun and unique, and it still is one of the best movies that's done that. So again, long-winded answer. American Graffiti. I know it's not a horror film, but for me, it's been a super influential movie. Just both screenplay, story, characters, and what can be done is in a way a chamber piece, which is just one night in the lives of a couple people. And I know that there's a lot of movies that have come out like that since.
It inspired a lot of movies.
It inspired a ton of movies. So that was kind of one of the first real ones that hit home. American Graffiti. I would say Takashi Miike's Edition, just because again, I love movies that you think it's one thing and then it becomes something else. I just never get tired of that. Like, even if I knew that was going to happen in another movie that I was going to go out and watch in the theater, I'd still be like, okay, but I still want to see how you do that. So that is something that's always fun and not only challenging for me as a filmmaker to accomplish, but I love when movies do that to me. I know this is the textbook answer, but it is always, I always, for some reason, draw inspiration from this movie almost in everything that I do, and it's Terminator 2, just because it is one of the absolutely best, most greatest, ultra violent action movies with so much damn heart. It is a father-son movie that is just wicked violent, and I just love it. And so whenever I am making something, I always ask myself, would James Cameron push this even farther? And usually the answer is yes. And so I try to do that. So he's again, he's always so good at again making you feel with a lot of times with very little, just with small scenes and little bits of dialogue that just really bring you in. And then, man, when he stabs you in the face through a milk carton. So I mean, it's brilliant stuff.
Sorry, man. My fucking camera's battery is insane. Like how to get it open, like to change the battery. I literally
we just switched cameras. So
yeah, dude. I almost did. Like I had to use my car keys to even open it because my fingernails are made of cotton candy and it won't open. So, sorry, dude. Sorry, man. I can take it from here. Sorry. So here we got a question from Kyle. For Mike Nelson, will you make
one more? I promised Robin 5, and I just gotta give him two more. The other ones are Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, because it's Indiana Jones goes to hell, and that is like the coolest thing in the world. And again, a movie that's one thing that turns into another. Again, my love for that. And then two movies that are that just they're close calls, but very different movies is No Country for Old Men and Death Wish.
Amazing. Great stuff.
The original Death Wish was Charles Bronson, to be clear.
There you go. Okay, and we have Kyle here says, for Mike Nelson, will you make another Wrong Turn?
Oh man, honestly, I would love to. And just full disclosure, Alan and I actually wrote outlines for part 2 and 3.
Ooh.
And we presented them at one point. So unfortunately, no, they did not happen. But we had ideas for them that we presented, and there was quite a bit of excitement for it.
And you did such a great job with Wrong Turn. I just don't like that. Sucks, dude. Like they didn't like.
Yeah, we had some really. It
was gonna go places.
It was gonna be fun. Like I mean, just as like honestly, the second one was literally just going to be a chase movie, like one chase. Like that was like kind of like the cool thing behind it was just. Jen is still there and she's got a kid now, and
it's going to get where we're going. We don't need roads situations. I like that. All right.
Yeah.
We have Wild Willie, Mr. Nelson. I love what you did with Wrong Turn reboot. If you could get your hands on any other franchise to reboot and put your own twist, which one?
I get asked this question all the time, including you guys. When I was on, because you asked me the same question, and I believe I said Pumpkinhead.
I would love
but that thing is so tied up in rights issues. I've tried.
Really?
I have tried. I pitched a couple ideas. This was a long time ago to some guys at, I believe it was MGM, because it was released by MGM, but they're not the rights holders to the character or the monster. I don't know how. Again,
it's such a great story too, and it like I would love to see that brought back to the cinema.
Fairy tale revenge,
so good, right?
And it's like this cyclical thing. You know what I mean? You get revenge, and then you turn into the monster, and then you're buried, and then it comes back. And I think it's just honestly like that is one that I feel like needs to go back to its roots in the simplistic form. And I think just you other than just setting it in modern day, like I don't think you need to really change all that much. You just you put in again, like it was a father son and the son was taken away from him. That story's been done. What's another one that there's a handful of things you could do.
Yeah, dude, because that movie to me, someone asked earlier, like what movie do you watch on the eve of Halloween or during Halloween? It's always Pumpkinhead. It's such a great Grimm's fairy tale type of story, and it's so well done.
I know
the atmosphere.
Oh, it's so, like everything's blue and orange.
It's so good.
There's so much fog, and it's just like this shaky cam that's like running behind.
And dude, there's one scene in that movie. I don't know why it always gets to me, but like when Lance Henriksen's character is driving back with the truck, and he's got the body of his son, and it suddenly sets up, and it's like, "Daddy, what you do?" I was like, dude, it's something about that scene. Like it just, I don't know, it's just. I don't have kids, but it moved me a little bit.
I knew instantly when I left. When I came back, I heard the first like 3 words. I was like, Jay's talking about Pumpkinhead.
Yeah,
that's all I needed to know.
I
Like,
love Pumpkinhead. I do.
And then, dude, they announced one a while back. Like there was they do this thing so often. I swear they announce shit just to see like how many retweets it gets or something, and then you never hear about it again. But I swear they announced a Pumpkinhead not that long ago, and our one thing was yes, like remake it, but just do it with practical effects, please, because like that's what made it go.
Well, honestly, like I mean, if I was able to, I'd go right back to the source. I'd go right back over to Legacy. I'd call up I'd call up my hand and just be like, dude, I want to do this. Let's make the monster again.
And he did it so like with Stan Winston, dude, I could literally like spurge out about like Pumpkinhead forever, but like Stan Winston's effects on that were so great. It wasn't just the fact that the creature design was so amazing. He lit it so well. Like that moment when Pumpkinhead crosses the threshold into the church with the lighting. Oh my God, it was amazing.
It's so like theatrical. Like it's almost like you're on it's almost like a stage performance.
Yes.
The way that he lights it. That to me is brilliant for a movie like that. That's rooted in that sort of fairy tale gothic, kind of vibe. It's very, very flamboyant in terms of its look. So, I mean, look, I know that was, I think, the answer that I maybe gave you guys the last time I was on the show, but it still stands true. And honestly, to do another IP, I first of all never thought I would ever be given the opportunity to do a Jason movie. Never thought I'd do Silent Night, Deadly Night ever, and never ever thought that I would do a Wrong Turn movie. Yet here we are. When the opportunities arise and somebody says, "Do you have an idea for this?" You say, "Yes."
I would do the exact same way, dude. I'd be the exact same way. I'd be like, I don't care at all. Like, whatever it is, I've got something. I'll come up with something right now.
Yeah.
Speaking of Wrong Turn, Kyle asked.
Oh, we read that one.
Oh well.
Yeah. But we're at take it or leave it.
No.
Take it or leave it says, how do you juggle nostalgia versus originality with an IP?
If I can let's see. Yeah, that's a good one actually. If I can, I like when, in terms of the nostalgia, I do like for instance, okay, let's take Sweet Revenge for example. For me, the Jason movies, there's a reason why there's the certain ones that work for me, and it's because again, like they made you feel a certain way when you were a certain age, because they looked a certain way, and you usually saw them on VHS, and so they weren't very good quality. Now when you watch them on Blu-ray or streaming or whatever, they're so crystal clear. You're like, I don't remember it looking this way.
Yeah.
But like for me, and if I'm using Sweet Revenge as an example, it's like I kind of wanted to. It's where I wanted to invoke the feeling in those images that I got when I was younger and saw those movies, or saw one of the movies when I wasn't supposed to on TV one night.
Yep.
And so that kind of imagery, that the way that I remember it feeling and looking, that was my approach to how I wanted to shoot Sweet Revenge. In terms of the originality, that's where, to me, something like, again, introducing a character that, did they just get, we'll call it the Jason bug, is like like to me, it's like, what happens when Jason is looking at somebody and goes, wait a second, there's something about you. You know what I mean? Like he doesn't have to say anything, but he just, and what does that mean? And what sort of a what sort of a basket does that open? And to me, that's a fun thing to go down. So that to me is where I feel like you get to have a lot of that fun with that originality, and but still stay true to kind of like the visual vibe of what Friday the 13th and Jason is.
Hell yeah.
100%, man. And then there was one from earlier, from Man of Tomorrow, who said, question from Mike Nelson: if you could direct any Friday the 13th and use any Jason, which Jason would that be? This is a good question.
That's a good one.
Man.
It's a tough one.
honestly, for me, that's a toss-up between 4 and 7. I know I was talking about 4 and 7 earlier. I love those movies. So I love those two. Look, I love. So what I like about 4 is just the he still resembles a man,
Mhm.
and he's just such this like brute force, like breaking through windows. And like again, I was they asked me at Comic-Con what my favorite kill was, and it's when is it Doug gets killed in the shower.
Oh yeah.
It's so like, and especially like as a dude watching that, you're like,
Yeah.
you're used to in horror films, it's like the girl's getting killed in the shower, dates back to Psycho, but when the guy is standing there and you see that shadow outside the wall, it's not a curtain either, it's freaking clouded glass, and it just
Yeah.
this hand shoots through and just starts smashing his face. Like,
Goodbye, Jared Leto.
like there is
What he looked like.
exactly there to me there was something about that Jason that was just so like, I don't care, you know what I mean, so nihilistic, and I really like that, and in a setting that felt very grounded.
Mhm.
7 is a little bit wilder.
Yeah.
Obviously it's zombie Jason, Kane Hodder with the prosthetics and the crazy eyes and stuff like that, but again, like, there's also something really fun about big hulking shredded clothes Jason picking up any big instrument he can find. And honestly, my favorite kill in part 7 is what's her face getting the axe to the head and thrown over the television.
Oh yeah, that's a great one. Yeah.
I just,
And like in New Blood, also with Kane Hodder, he brought so much
Yeah.
character to that role
Yeah.
that had never
Yeah.
been seen before. The
Uh-huh.
the breathing and the way that he looked like some kind
Just
of immovable. Yeah, yeah, dude. It was that was all Kane Hodder. It was like he was like a full on juggernaut. It was amazing. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, it would be those come in so close. I mean, I think for me, if I got to go back in time and be a part of final chapter, that would be like a fantasy bucket list kind of thing, because just being there, being on those sets, seeing that Jason, the one that has the slit in the head, and to be a part of that, the VHS case that is to me by far the coolest one, which is the mask with the paint blood coming out with the knife stabbed in the eye, it's just everything about that image is just horror perfection, especially of that era.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, it's a toss up. If I had to choose with a gun to my head, I'd probably go with 4, just because I do have a lot of love for that one.
Yeah, that's definitely one of those. For me, it's either 4 or 6 in the top of the two. I always struggle with those two, but like 7's right there. So that's a great answer, man. Total switch of gears. Tyler McIntyre says, if you'd been in charge of Scream 7, what direction would you have taken it and why? That's such a tough question, dude, because there's so many ways you can go. There's so many places you can go with that.
Kill everyone and start over. No.
Gosh. This is an interesting question, because I'll be completely honest. This is one of those questions where it's just like, can I take the night?
Honest to God, you answered one earlier. The guy who asked like your 5 movies, you answered that so impressively. I was literally thinking to myself, I was like, dude, normally when we get questions like that, I'm like, let me get back to you, dude, because I need to think about it for a while.
Yeah.
It's good. They're great questions, but it makes you go, fuck, I really want to write a whole essay.
Yeah. Right now. I mean, look, I think maybe I don't have the answer to the question that you're looking for, but like, I think what's cool about, and I have no idea what they're doing with this new one. All I know is like all these casting decisions, which make the speculation crazy. Which to me is almost just as good as like when you first get to that movie and sit down and start watching it. Because you're like, wait a second. So she's back and he's back. And how the hell is he? I don't understand. I thought he was dead. And how is she going to come back? Because she was killed. And so immediately, like, wait a second. Are they doing like this, like meta like thing? Or are they,
New Nightmare?
or yeah, are they doing the new Nightmare thing, which to me feels like it's the obvious thing, so I feel like they're doing something even weirder than that.
Yeah.
Is it again, is it gosh, I mean, there's again, this would be meta, the movie within the movie within the movie, but I honestly, I'm so kind of, to me, what they're doing simply with their reveals on casting is exciting enough for me to be like, I guess that's how I would do it.
Yeah. No,
It's
I
like-
get it.
it's
I
like-
same.
It's like throw people for a loop, as those movies always, like, those movies are always so good at that, about, like, making you figure out, like, who the killer is, like, and they want you to be on, like wait, what is going on here? They're always such great mystery stories at the same time. Why not make the before the movie even comes out, it's you're trying to figure out what the mystery is to begin with, you know what I mean? And I know 6 and 7 sort of did that a little bit, like, you're trying to figure out who's coming back, but this one especially, because they are legacying the shit out of, like,
Yeah.
people. And damn, like, that to me is something that I think is, and the fact that it's Kevin coming back and he's helming this thing is pretty exciting.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Super stoked for that. All right. Personal question for me then. Do you think Stu lived?
Come on, Mike. That's not
Don't
true.
worry. Don't worry. He did. Don't
No,
like.
he
It's
didn't.
okay.
No,
if you wanna
he
say that
literally had a
'cause he probably
CRTV
did.
drop on his fucking head, dude. That thing
No,
was
he
a-
did,
Look,
like-
from a guy who disagrees with fans and says that Jason's been dead all along.
Oh shit.
You know what I mean? Like, that's a tough one. I mean, look, I think just the fact that they brought his name up for this new movie is enough for me to think maybe he didn't. It begs the question, though, like, what could be going on? Like, where has he been? Again, this is the fun. This is why horror movies are so much fun. This is
Yeah.
why you get to you think about all
Dissect
this fun.
from all
Yes.
the yeah,
I
dude.
have made an entire script in my mind of how he's still alive, right? Because
Oh,
like you
that's
can't,
amazing.
he can't be, like just sitting in a cell somewhere, right? Like, because they would have
No.
mentioned him in the past movies. So to me, they had to have, if he comes back, they had to have faked his death, which I think they could have done based on, I'm not even going to get into it because I'll talk for a straight hour. But yeah, I think it could have happened. But I don't know if you guys answered this one or not, but as pooped by Anakin Skywalker, which is a fantastic name, says Jason versus Sasquatch, THX 113.
Thanks, 1138.
THX 113, and that was also if it's Anakin Skywalker, he probably knows that was John Milner's license plate in American Graffiti. Jason versus Sasquatch. I did an interview actually at in San Diego in which they asked me who would you want to pit Jason against, and I so, like, in a silly way, but also kind of serious, because in my brain I started to think about how cool it would be, was Jason versus a xenomorph.
Oh, dude, that would be sick.
Like, I
A
just
great comic book, if nothing else. It
like, I
sounds like a great-
imagine when the thing comes out and actually does go right through the mask. It literally leaves a hole. It rips a chunk out of Jason's face, but then Jason's obviously still alive.
Yeah.
So then he punches through its head and starts to rip its head apart, but then his hand starts to melt because of the acid. And it is like it is the messiest and gooeyest shit that you've ever seen. And, like, by the end, like, in my opinion, Jason is still barely walking away, but he's walking away. Xenomorph's done. But literally Jason is just like this, like, hunk of just
Skin and flesh bones.
this flesh lump with a mask on, just that still is trying to walk away. And you're just like, see, he doesn't stop.
There you go.
I fucking love it, dude. Okay, one more question from you guys. And dude, you've been so kind with your time. I really do appreciate it, especially with everything you've got going on. This is,
thank you, man.
Just like last time, this is just fucking awesome. Like, we love having you on here, man.
Dude, it's fun. I love you guys. It's great.
All right, thank you, dude.
Thank you, man. Jersey Journals Production says, love you, Mike J. Best horror channels on YouTube. He's a liar, but he also says, question for Mr. Nelson. Did you find it difficult to light the new hockey mask for your video? We talked about that a little bit, but.
Yes. Honestly, a lot of it was, I wanted to go back. We went back and we looked at some of the older films. Look, some of the older films are straight up like, it's just a light and there he is. I didn't want to do that. And this is where I looked a little bit more towards like Seven, for instance, like the hotter version, especially when he comes into that doorway and he axes the chick and throws her over the TV. There's this weird like light from the bottom, like why the hell is there light down there? But it's, you know what I mean? It's like it's like classic horror movie lighting, but it's like they put a lamp on the floor and like shut light up to make him like look spooky, and then they did a really hot rimmed backlight on him, and I was like, that's fucking cool. That's what I want to do. I wanted to kind of avoid the overly, with the exception of like on his reveal when we keep him kind of down, I wanted there to always be kind of like a hot light or like that light from below to kind of give him a slight bit of that boogeyman effect that those 80s movies did at times. Was it challenging? Yeah, I mean it was, like, because first of all, we didn't have a lot of time to like figure it out. We were messing around and we thought we had it, and then we're shooting on the day and we're like, shit, we gotta rethink this. And so it's like moving all these little light tubes around and like putting ones up in the corner, and now that doesn't look right. And then we're doing
and everybody's staring at you.
but what's great is, again, everybody knew how important it was to create the certain feel, and I'm happy with what we did in achieving that. And I don't know, like, to me, I got the feels from what Jason was, again, to me, when I was a 10-year-old and not allowed to watch him. And to me, that made me giddy.
Yeah, man, without a doubt, you captured the spirit 100%. And that was awesome with what you did, especially with, like, again, people thinking that it was going to be like it's just a commercial. No. This is a short film, and we're going to pay respect and homage to this character and put our own little twist and our own like unique footprint on it. And you did it, and it was awesome. And you should be proud of it for 100%. And I think most of the interwebs agree. Like, it was great.
Yeah, dude, 100%. And to actually like accomplish that, like, you really needled the thread on that one. 100%. It was impossible to wonder how that was going to turn out and how it was going to work out. And you delivered like on a massive fucking scale. But just one last question, because now this just popped in my head and I forgot to ask this earlier. How did that come about, by the way? Like, how did you end up doing this?
So, one of my managers sent me an email, was like, hey, they are Horror Inc. is looking for somebody to take on this Jason thing. Didn't really say much about it. I guess it was Judson Scott and Ryan Turek over at Atomic Monster and Blumhouse who had recommended me to Sherry Kahn at Jason Universe. And she reached out and we set up a call. I was in Colombia still shooting the Snake movie. And I was like, yeah, I feel like I got to take this call. Like, at least see what's going on. You know what I mean? And I gotta think.
I'd have been shitting pants.
Yeah, I mean, in a way, it was like, I remember we were doing overnights too, and so I remember getting this call. I mean, it was late in the morning, but I hadn't slept all night, and just being like, okay, yeah, I got to take this call. I'll figure it out. And again, like, awesome that Judson and Ryan, thought of me and even brought my name up into the mix. Got on the call, just talked to Sherry about it for a little bit, and then eventually talked with the Robs and her, and we just, they were like, yeah, if you can come up with an idea. Granted, I was still shooting and I was thinking about, like, well, what could I do in, like, 10 to 15 minutes, like, so this is swirling in my brain while I'm out in the jungle, running through the jungle, sweating and covered in mosquitoes and all sorts of fun stuff.
Of course, that's when you get the fucking call. Like,
you're like, I fucking love Angry Orchard, dude.
And then I was like, okay, so I'm gonna I came up with the idea, or at least the shell and bones of it or whatever, and pitched it to them. And I was like, all right, well, I did that. We'll see what they say. And they came back a few days later after thinking about it, and they said, yeah, we want to go this route.
You're like, holy shit.
And they did. They
Awesome.
did. I guess they did reach out to a couple other filmmakers for the opportunity, and so yeah, it was super humbling to be chosen to take this on and to wield the sword and or the boat motor. But yeah, that was how it happened. And then and that was like what was that? That was December of 2024, and then wrote the thing when I got back into town, and we were shooting. I think we shot the thing in June.
Hell yeah, man!
Damn, dude, that's amazing. And honestly, like it's I can literally put myself in your shoes in that moment, because you're thinking, holy shit, like I have right now this is gonna happen. Like, of course, like I can imagine it's like, Jesus Christ, like of all times this is gonna happen right now. And that had to be super stressful and awesome. But I'm so glad it was you, and you pulled it off amazingly. And I think I speak for like, not obviously but like the majority of people. Like, I think there's a lot of us that are super rooting and hoping to see your name on that Friday the 13th movie when it finally comes. But if not, even if it's not that, everything I see with your name on it, man, super stoked for you, super proud of you, super fucking happy. Like, you're killing it. You're crushing it, man. I couldn't imagine it happening for a better person. So thank you. And thank you for your time tonight. And this has been awesome.
Yeah, we'll do it again. You guys just let me know.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah. You'll probably be doing the next Halloween movie in like 2 months, the rate it's going. So we'll see.
Wouldn't that be something?
Appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much, man.
All right.
Hey, and by the way, you led us into October. I forgot to mention that.
Oh, yeah, it's October 1st, guys.
A sweeter way to go into fucking October with Mike B. fucking Halloween, baby. Yeah. Get it. Yeah. Happy Halloween, everybody. Happy October. Appreciate
Spooky
you,
season's here. I love it. Okay.
Fucking A. I can't wait for the Snake movie, man. And Silent Night, Deadly Night. And the new Halloween movie. And the new Friday the 13th movie. It's all coming.
So many things.
So many things. It's going to keep coming. Keep coming.
Appreciate you, brother.
Thank you, Mike.
All right. Take it
easy,
guys.
Everybody.
Yep.
See you.
Good night.
Are we leaving?
I think Mike's gone, but we're still on here. Okay.
Well, I guess we could do a wrap up really quick. That was fun.
That was awesome, dude.
That was really fun. Yeah, he's such a cool guy, and I think somebody said like he's such a cool dude. And you guys were respectful, which I appreciate. You guys weren't a bunch of children that were asking stupid questions like, "How big do you think Jason's dick is?" You weren't asking those kind of questions, because that was burning in my mind. Do you think it's all decrepit and wiener like zombified, or like, do you think that Jason poops?
I kind of wish someone asked me Jason's dick.
I almost did, and I was like, I don't want to ruin this. This is a good moment. I was gonna be like, "Hey, dude, do you think that Jason shits? Do you think that he poops?" Yeah, you guys were cool. And Sir totally said just me or Mr. Nelson J lost a long brother. No, he's way more handsome. You're wrong and stupid for asking that. No, we're not. But yeah, dude, I'm glad that you broke the ice and saying you had to pee, because I did too, and I was trying to be bad. Dude, I was trying to be professional. I was like, I'm just gonna hold it. I was literally stomping my foot, or like tapping my foot like I was at church, and I was just like an old lady at church, like tapping her foot to the hymn, because Mike Nelson gives you so much juicy information as far as like his thought process and how he feels and making movies, that he just I was like, I didn't want to like interrupt it in the middle of his flow, but dude, at one point I was like, I got a pee real fucking bad, and like I was gonna be like, what I was gonna do, dude, I was gonna do this. I was gonna be like, because he was in the middle of talking, and I was just gonna like bounce out, and then I was gonna be like, and then I was gonna come back like, oh, my internet took a shit. That's crazy,
dude. I've gotten to the age now, and I realized that when watching that Vicious movie at Fantastic Fest, I was like, I've literally gotten to the age where like when it hits me, there's nothing I can do about it. I have to go. I gotta go piss.
Yeah, dude.
So
well, because
I felt so bad about it
because it's bad for you. Dude. You can't hold your pee in. It's bad. Like I read that shit.
I've never. Don't get me wrong. I've never like peed my pants, but like it hurt a lot,
Fuck
and I
you,
felt
X
relieved.
Shin. He says Sports Center is on. Well, you know what?
Yeah,
I
some
guess
of you
you'll
motherfuckers.
Survive.
Mike was like delivering some fucking great goods about Sweet Revenge, and I saw some motherfuckers like Dodgers have the bases loaded.
Dude,
I was like, hey, shut up.
I literally saw it too. I was looking over to make sure the chat was being respectful, and then I was looking over, and it was like a fucking play-by-play for the Dodgers, and I'm like, all right, well, I guess if I want to know about the baseball score, and I almost incorporated it in, like after Mike was giving us his rundown and his mindset and tackling the Jason lore, and be like, hey, by the way, Mike, I don't know if you know this or not, but the Dodgers are doing great.
If you guys have ever wondered whether or not like you're a part of the stream, like you definitely are. Like, so yeah, they was talking about fucking pancakes for like 10 minutes. I was like,
dude,
I know who's on the screen with us right now.
Yeah,
fucking pancake motherfuckers.
I think Nerd Girl. I know that I saw her once say there was some fucking pancake conversation. Does Jason eat pancakes? I was like, why the fuck would he eat pancakes? I mean, there was probably something else before that I just didn't see, but I saw pancakes being brought up several times, and I was like, was there an inside joke in Sweet Revenge, the short, where pancakes were mentioned or they were eating? And I'm like, well, maybe we should ask that. But yeah, you guys were awesome. Yeah, I'm actually like, I was floored. He's such a cool, relatable dude, and like, in the last thing in your mind when you're talking to him is like, this guy's like a major director. Like he's a like a legitimate, like hardcore, awesome, big time director.
Yeah,
in my opinion. You know what I mean? And like, yeah, and I think he's on the up. Like he's just gonna keep going up. And like you were like making a joke about it, like, hey, in 2 months you might be the next director for Halloween.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. I really would not be surprised at all. Like that was I wasn't.
Then what's gonna happen is well, now it's not under Blumhouse, but if it was, all of a sudden those phone calls would dry up from Mike Nelson. They'd be like, well, he's like, Blumhouse don't like you guys. Jason Blum himself don't like you guys. He told me specifically, I know you've been on that shitty show. Don't ever go back.
Credit to the Jason Yathriniverse for letting him come on our show. I did not think they were going to. But no, dude, such a fucking just a class act of a dude, man. Such a nice guy. And literally, he said it, so I don't feel bad saying it now. Like he had to be late coming into the stream because he was putting his kid to sleep. Just a good dude, man. Like a good, solid human being. That's awesome.
And it was a boost to our ego, or my ego, or maybe both of our egos. It was like, yeah, I like you guys. I like your show. I'm like, that's nice. You should do it more often. But yeah, he's such a cool dude. And like, again, such a laid back guy. Like you never would even think that you're talking to like somebody that's like rubbing elbows in these Hollywood productions.
And the exact opposite. Like we joke about like Corey Feldman shit, and someone asked about, it's like, I don't want to talk about. Like you asked Mike Nelson about like, hey, what do you think about Jason's underwear in 6? And he's got a passionate answer about it. It's like that guy is one of us. I saw
could be polka dots, could not be polka dots. We don't know.
Someone commented while he was talking, they're like, one of us. I mean, he 100% is, dude.
Well,
like,
that's the kind of guy that you want to have in charge of like iconic properties that they obviously respect the source material and they're fans of the source material. Not like somebody that's like, oh, this is gonna make me a quick buck at the cinema. I can just turn this character into a moneymaker. This is the Mike Nelson is like that kind of guy that you're like, hey man, that guy gets it. He understands what it's like to be a fan of the horror franchise. He grew up with the horror franchise. Him and his buddies like talked about endlessly scenarios coming up about Jason, Michael Myers, Chucky, Freddy, all that stuff. You'd be a fucking fool not to look at him seriously if you were a production company for a feature-length film involving Jason.
Yep. No, 100%. And I love that our buddy Mike White got a couple shout outs in there too. Like it's a small world, man. It's crazy. And
I wonder if Mike White, do you remember being on set? Do you remember?
He does.
No, I know you does.
No, dude, what a fucking fun night, man. What a way to start fucking October, boys and girls. What a way to start October.
Yeah.
We may have had a false start yesterday, and you'll see that in the Patreon video tomorrow.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
May have had a false start yesterday.
Dude,
Right.
I don't know how you edited the video, but like the way it starts, with us just sitting there like in almost a selfie mode where Mike was filming both of us with his selfie stick. It looks like we're like up and coming ghost hunters.
Oh yeah.
And we're like presenting.
She does this every time I crack a fucking beer, dude.
By the way, I will point out the fact that Mike rolled with that shit too. Like my fucking laundry going off and Mike's goddamn sister Christian of the crack cocaine variety. He was cool about that because like he's my favorite interview or interviewee. Him and Alan McElroy.
Yeah,
like they were so cool.
Too.
And then we've had a great one. Andy Matejacek was great too. Leslie Vernon. It is what it is. It just took a while to find our footing in that one, but I love the fact that he just rolled with it, and he didn't get like, because you can if you have a certain type of guy on that directs films and they're like, he could have been like, like just made it like even though he won't say it, but the face be like, God damn these fucking people.
Yeah, 100%, dude. What a fucking class active guy, man. And I can't tell you how happy I am to ring in October this way. What a night, boys. It was a good night. It was a good night for the channel. Good night for human beings. Good night for Christopher Kringle. Good night for.
And by the way, fuck you, PJ. I'm not stoned. I'm drunk. It's a difference.
It's a big difference, pal.
He's like Jay is stoned from his neighbors.
And 1 week from what is it? What is tonight? Tonight, well, it's Wednesday now, but it's 1 week from tonight. Tuesday, we'll have 3C on the show, which should be a blast as well.
Oh, he's coming on that quick, huh?
Yeah, a week from tonight, I do believe. We'll have 3C.
So we're not going to be so we're not going to be around for a week.
Right. Yeah, next live stream is in 1 week from yesterday, which was Tuesday.
Yeah.
So
it's going to be a long week, but we'll see you then. And then 3C is 3C coming on at the top of the hour? Or is he coming in later?
I believe probably just top out. I think we're playing on top.
Well, I'll be like, you can go after an hour. You can leave. Go back to your show. No, I love that guy. I'm always like, I want to talk to him about his toy collection.
Oh, dude, wait, he's a fucking sweetheart. You're gonna love him. Guys, thanks for hanging out tonight. Fucking strong crowd all night long. Everybody was cool shit. Everybody's awesome. Happy fucking Halloween October, boys.
Happy Halloween, guys. 29 days
cheers.
30 days till the day.
Fucking cheers to you. It is on like Donkey Kong. And it may be a little bit of a late start because we had a late start yesterday, but figured out, and it's going to be a great month.
Guys, we did 3.5 hours tonight. 3.5 hours.
And it felt good.
I mean, it felt good, but it's not going to feel good tomorrow. I promise you that. I promise.
I got to drive tomorrow too. So yeah.
Where you go? Oh yeah, you're going to drive to West Virginia.
Yeah, and I got a couple videos to edit to put up for when I'm gone too. So I got some work to do in the morning, and then going to head out to the old Mothman. Maybe get.
What you should do? You should film you should do a vlog while you're there and put it on Patreon.
I thought about. I'm gonna definitely get some pictures and whatnot. I don't know. We'll see what happens. It could happen. You should come. You just come with me, and then we can do it together.
No, you should film.
You sleep in the bed with me at the Airbnb. Just
go to the plaza and like film the butthole of the Mothman statue and do a vlog right in front of it.
That will 100% happen. I will give you guys a.
I can smell the cryptid from here.
Yeah, I will give you guys a Class A view into the Mothman's butthole. That is guaranteed.
All right. Happen. Well, love you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Appreciate you. We'll see you next week. Love you, Dark Continent.
Good night. Happy October, bitches.
Bye, guys.
Bitches.